Oh, oh. Woo. And the Lord said, ha, ha. Ha. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, 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 uh. Mm. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing? Uh, uh, man. Yeah, I love Scott Adams, man. Scott Adams, man, he done bent the knee, but that was a good that was a good little he'll never be forgotten. Scott Adams will never be forgotten, man. You know, he'll go down in history, man. Scott Adams, the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. Uh, 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 uh. Let me see. Oh, the only show on YouTube when you can bring your ass up here and talk. The only show on YouTube where, as a conservative or just as somebody with some that ain't woke, non-wokester, you don't even gotta be conservative. You gotta be a non-wokester. The only place, the only place on YouTube where non-wokesters can come and dialogue, man, and get it off your chest, man. uh Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. uh yeah, the banks are failing, right? Banks are failing, man. Banks are failing, man. Uh, what's going on with these banks, man? I've been following this story from a distance. I don't know too much about it. I don't have, I have a bank account, but I don't have a lot of money in banks, man. I'm gonna have to check this story out, man, with these banks, man. Mm, mm. Let's see what's going on with these banks, man. Salute to Jared Pierce, man. Yeah, man. It's the only place on YouTube, man. Only place on YouTube where you can bring your ass up here and talk, man. Mm. Let's see. Let me see something. Let me see something, man. Yeah, man. Um, let me switch this. Let me switch this, man. Mm. Let's see what's going on with these banks, man.
Meanwhile, Signature Bank marks the third largest bank failure in U.S. history. Regulators say all customer deposits will be insured in that case as well. ABC's Mona Kozar-Abdi joins me live outside one of those branches in New York City for more on this.
Oh, well, all customer deposits are insured. Okay. All customer deposits are insured, man. Is there any? Wait a second.
Signature Bank marks the third largest bank failure in U.S. history. Regulators say all customer deposits will be insured in that case as well. ABC.
All right, well, that's enough of that. I think I got that story. Hold on, I gotta go do something. I'll be right back. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm out of breath, man. One trip up the steps, man. That's a lot for me, man. I'm out of breath, man. Mm. Let me see, man. Let me see what's going on, man. Nothing like some good old Doritos, man. Damn, Doritos are good. Thank you, God, for making Doritos, man. Lord Jesus. In cold water. Thank you, God, for making cold water. Yeah, Cool Ranch is good, man. I love Cool Ranch, man. I don't know which one I like better. Nacho or Cool Ranch. I don't know which one I like better. Spicy nacho is decent too. But I'm a Cool Ranch and nacho guy, man. I'm that's what I grew up on. All these new flavors, man. I don't know about all these new flavors, man. Oh, he said lick those fingers. Yeah, man. So I don't think there's anything else to glean from this bank situation, man.
Meanwhile, Signature Bank marks the third largest bank failure in U.S. history. Regulators say all customer deposits will be insured in that case as well. ABC's Mona Kozarabdi joins me live outside one of those branches in New York City for more on this. Mona, you've been talking to customers there this morning. What are they telling you?
That's right, Diane. Customers now are left with assurances from federal officials and also from inside the bank after the state bank regulators shut the bank down on Sunday. And again, as you mentioned, this is the third largest bank closure in U.S. history. To some extent, this is part of the panic surrounding the collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, which has left many small and mid-sized banks like Signature Bank vulnerable to bank runs. But New York Governor Kathy Hochul says that many of the businesses that bank with Signature Bank are small businesses, and federal officials are, again, reassuring customers that they will be made whole, even though a lot of them have deposited more than the $250,000 insured by the FDIC. We did speak to one man, David, as he was walking out of the bank, and he tells us that he still has full confidence in the bank. Take a listen.
What did they say to you? Everything is okay.
Were you surprised when you heard the news yesterday?
Yes.
Did you have any idea that this was coming?
No.
What were you hoping to get in there today?
It's like a deposit.
So they reassured you the customer service was okay as well?
Yes.
This girl is not mixed. This girl is East African, man.
And we also spoke with an attorney named David who says that, or Donald, excuse me, who said that he started banking with Signature Bank about 10 years ago. And the reason why he chose them was because he said he wanted to walk into a branch where people knew his name. And when he got the news yesterday that Signature Bank would be closing, he says his heart dropped and he rushed in here first thing this morning. And they reassured him that any outstanding checks that he has written will be honored. And so he too says that he still has full confidence in the bank, Diane.
All right, Mona Kozarabdi in New York. Thank you.
Hi.
Okay, so man, they insured all the people money. Everybody gonna be made whole, man. It's all right, man. Everything gonna be all right. People that are fucked up are the bankers, man. Yeah, man. Salute to Jared Pierce, man. Jared Pierce said, man, start the $5 challenge, man. It's a we in here once again, man. Once again on your black ass, man. Let's see what's going on, man. What is going on in the world today, man? Let's see this.
New tonight, 25 suspects in Gwinnett County. Police have now linked them to two gangs.
I don't know if this is makeup or not. Smash until further notice, man. It's a tentative smash on this one. A tentative smash. Smash on the MILF, yeah, but a tentative smash on her. Tentative. We'll get back to you on that.
New tonight, 25 suspects in Gwinnett County. Police have now linked them to two gangs known as the Drug Rich and 56 Gang. They have all been indicted and arrested. Investigators have accused the suspects of violent crimes and racketeering across Metro Atlanta.
Yeah, and right now, Gwinnett police are searching for one or more suspects in the case who are still on the run. Teresa Bowles has the details of this year-long.
I remember like 3 months ago, whenever they caught Thugger, I don't know, somebody can say in the chat, whenever they bagged Young Thug and YSL, about a couple weeks later, they were talking about this gang. The Fannie Willis, she was talking about this gang, and I guess they finally went and got him.
Long investigation.
It started with crimes along Boggs Road in Duluth, and Gwinnett police tell me it recently led to a 210-count indictment.
Criminal gang street activity threatens our community, our citizens, and our schools, and Gwinnett County will continue to work tirelessly to ensure that those participating or acting in these acts will be prosecuted.
And it started with putting these 25 suspects.
Yeah, dog. Hope you got your sunscreen, man. Yeah, dog. Salute to IR, man. IR been around for a while, man. Salute to IR. Salute to Platinum Pig, Ock Nation Hall of Famer, man. Some of y'all other people need to try to be Ock Nation Hall of Famers, man. Support the show, man. Support the platform. The non-woke town hall, man. Support the non-woke town hall. The anti-woke town hall. I don't know. Platinum Pig in the building. God damn, the sun is shining. It never rains in Southern California. And they tell me it never rains. God dog. Man. So let me guess. All these guys, victims of the school, the prison pipeline, disenfranchised, redlining, lack of opportunities. I'm gonna tell you what I think, man. I think these dudes know. These dudes wanted to be gangsters, man. They wanted to be thugs, just like most son teens and most sons, man. I'm gonna tell y'all a secret, man. The reason rap music is the way it is, the reason the music is the way it is, man, is because that's what's in our hearts, man. Just listen to rap, man. Listen to hip hop. That's what's in our minds, man. You think somebody making us do that shit, man? That's what we want to be, man. Salute the cryptocurrency Carlos, man. Dallas. All right, we'll check out Dallas later on, man. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. God, dog. What is it? What is it? 25? 1, 3, 3, 9, 9, 9, 18, 7, 18, 8, 26. So 24 to 26. 24 of the 22 of the 24 right here. 22 of the 24 right here, sons. And the other two, this guy right here and this guy right here, they look like hombritos, man. These two look like hombritos, man. Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. God, dog. All these dudes love thugging, man. Some man love thugging, man. Don't get it twisted, man. Do not get it twisted, man. Some man love this shit. If you gave all these dudes a record contract and made them millionaires, or you gave them a basketball contract and made them millionaire, if you gave these dudes money, they would any amount of money for anything. Salute the old school Ock Nation Hall of Famer, man. He said I had to put my sunglasses on, man. Yeah, man, old school, man. He said, shit, this ain't the cast for fame. This is the cast. This looks like the cast for fucking, I don't know, man. Shit, man. That's a rough crowd right there, too, man. That's a rough crowd. You getting bullied you around these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers gonna bully the shit out you. They gonna bully you, peer pressure you, all types of shit. Roast you. It's a rough crowd, man. You got some thick skin. You go around this crowd, man. That's a rough crowd right there, champ. Man. It says, have I reached Ock Nation Hall of Fame status? Nah, Miss Man. MILF Man, you not Ock Nation Hall of Famer yet. But you on your way, man. Most of the Ock Nation Hall of Famers, man, they the ones that keep the show alive, man. While everybody just watching and, and just, enjoying the platform, the Hall of Famers keep the show alive, man. But you on your way, MILF Man. I'm telling you, man. And they've been doing it for a long time, man, too. That's why I call them Hall of Fame, because they've been doing it for a long time. But salute to you, MILF, man. You definitely on your way, man. Yeah, it's a rough crowd right here, though, Jack. God, that's a rough crowd. Woo!
will be prosecuted.
And it started with putting these 25 suspects behind bars 3 days ago. After a year-long investigation, Gwinnett County Police Department, along with the help of 8 other agencies, noticed shootings here along Boggs Road in Duluth appeared to be linked to 2 rival gangs, Blitz and the 56 gang. Though many of the alleged gang members are now locked up, Kadeshi Valle with Gwinnett County Police says officers are still looking for an additional suspect.
We're glad that we were able to get as many indictments. We still have one outstanding.
22-year-old Kari Kelly from Decatur. Valle says Kelly is suspected of felony crime related to gang activity. Charges included in the indictment are armed robberies, carjackings, aggravated assaults, felony murder, and more. Back in December.
Just think about it. This one son man right here. Our robberies, when they say robberies, when they don't say a number, that's a red flag. When they don't say he's wanted for 8 robberies, when they just say robberies, carjackings, that means this dude was busy, man. He was active, man. He's putting up Steph Curry numbers, man. He was shooting from the logo, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's just one of them. Think about it. This just one of them. Imagine what they did as a unit, man. All the fucking crime they committed as a unit.
Kelly from Decatur. Valle says Kelly is suspected of felony crime related to gang activity. Charges included in the indictment are armed robberies, carjackings, aggravated assaults, felony murder, and more. Back in December, Valle says the case turned into a RICO investigation, and a grand jury returned a 210-count criminal indictment, taking 25 alleged gang members off the streets and letting the community feel safer at home.
We are hoping that the initiative with the gun crime unit and gangs, it starts going down.
Valle says if anyone knows anything about where Kari Kelly is, you're urged to contact Gwinnett Police. In Gwinnett County, Teresa Bowles, 11 Alive News.
Salute to my man Romero Dubose, man. Appreciate you that for the Doritos, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for buying me some Doritos. I told you, God, thank you for making Doritos, man. Thank you, Jesus, man. And I mean that seriously, man. Thank you, God, for making Doritos, man.
For much more on this investigation, visit our website, 11alive.com.
Developing tonight, 4 shooters, 3 victims, 2 crime scenes. We're learning more about what deputies say may have led to a triple shooting in Newton County. Fox 5 brought you this as breaking news last night as 3 men were injured, 1 airlifted to a local hospital. Tonight, investigators need your help finding the group responsible. Flashing lights illuminated the Saturday night sky in Newton County after a triple shooting disturbed a community.
4 subjects approached them while they were here in the park.
Sergeant Jack Rettlinger with the Newton County Sheriff's Department says they got the call just before 8 to the parking lot of the Crestville Circle. This video shows the shell casings and debris as investigators believe 4 men opened fire in a robbery attempt.
There was 3 victims in a car. Yeah. 2 of them were in the car and they drove off, and one ran from the car here.
Those in the car drove off to this Shell gas station located a short distance away on Salem Road in Rockdale County. The one victim that stayed at the scene was shot in the leg. County officials sent out this picture of a medical helicopter which landed shot in the leg. County officials sent out this picture of a medical helicopter which landed in a shopping plaza to airlift one of the victims. Those 4 men believed to be responsible still on the run. The good news, the 3 men believed to be in their 30s that were injured, all expected to be okay. Yeah, and if you know anything that can help in this case, come forward.
The Plano City Council is considering new rules for short-term rentals, including a temporary ban on them. The council heard from people against the rentals and from some owners who blame a few bad owners.
In DC, you can only do it 90 days a year. In DC, you can only do it 90 days. Does anybody know why they banning this stuff in Plano City, man? In DC, they only do it for 90 days. They only do it for 90 days a year. Can anybody tell me, man, why they ban short-term rentals in Plano?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
But the Plano City Council is considering new rules for short-term rentals, including a temporary ban on them. The council heard from people against the rentals and from some owners who blame a few bad owners. But a real vote could be months away. Fox 4's Stephen Dahl was at tonight's council meeting. Stephen.
Steve, tonight was the first time that you virtually heard unanimous council members talking about their support for a temporary ban. Now, today, city staff updated the public saying that there's nearly 400 active short-term rentals in the city of Plano, and they're still collecting data. City leaders understand that people want an outright ban, but they say they are weighing their legal options. Now, dozens of people showed up to speak today. Things really came to a head in the fight to ban short-term rentals when about 2 weeks ago, gunfire erupted in the normally quiet Oakwood Glen neighborhood.
Gunfire erupted, man.
That would make sense.
You have eruptions of gunfire, man. Think about it. Think about if you done bought some properties, right? Like a little town like Plano City where property's pretty cheap, man. Like you can buy a house for $50,000. Put another $50,000 in it and make some good money, Airbnb in it. You're in the Dallas area, people coming into Dallas, they can get an Airbnb in Plano and then, drive into Dallas and do what they got to do. You make a lot of money with Airbnbs in the suburbs of these cities, man. Listen, man, it's people going around buying up these properties and turning them into Airbnbs, man. And then a bunch of Sunmen have some shootings and then the city say, all right, that's it. And that sucks, man. That sucks, man, for those people, man. Nicholas Howell, who are you, man? Nicholas Howell? On once?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Hey, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I've been watching your videos for about 2 or 3 months, and I'm a big fan of yours.
Oh, wow. Salute to you, man. You're a big fan of mine, man. That's great. A few months, man. Okay. Hey, man, that's good, man. Salute.
Yeah.
We going to Memphis tonight too, man. Memphrica, man.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff out here.
Yeah, man. I'm sure, man. The sun. The Sun Man is keeping Memphis keeping Memphis at the top of Oc Nation's list, man. Let's see though. Gunfire
today. Things really came to a head in the fight to ban short-term rentals when about 2 weeks ago, gunfire erupted in the normally quiet Oakwood Glen neighborhood in Plano. Multiple gunshots and one bullet went through the home of a woman who has a 3-year-old child. That bullet went through the window of their house where that 3-year-old child's playroom is. Now, according to city data, last year, the police department got nearly 150 911 calls for service, responding to 60 properties.
151 911 calls for service to 60 Airbnb properties. Who you think's responsible for that?
You could only wonder,
Do you think it's these people that are at the town hall meeting complaining about it?
I'm going to take an educated guess and say no.
Where that 3-year-old child's playroom is. Now, according to city data, last year, the police department got nearly 150 911 calls for service, responding to 60 properties. One short-term rental owner told the council a majority of the calls are allegedly for repeat problem properties.
I don't sleep. I'm fearful. I'm anxious as each passing day brings the possibility of an out-of-control party at the property or any other properties.
Okay. Who parties? Everyone parties. Everyone parties. That's not a Sun thing. Everyone parties. I've been to glider parties. Oh my God. I've been to frat parties. I mean, I think gliders parties are more out of control. But no one gets shot. Maybe someone will get beat up, but if they fall down, the fight's over. Like if the white guy hits the other white guy and he falls down, like it's over. No stomping in the head, none of that shit.
Even the fight is a very civil exchange, There's rules.
And and those are rarely happen. A drunk girl may, get allegedly, date raped. But we all know the sides on that half the time. But nothing's really gonna happen, man. But they'll be taking shrooms, LSD, keggers, standing on their head with beer bongs and shit. Doing all type of crazy shit. It's only one group where the party affects the whole community and people might die.
Who would that be?
I don't know. I'll get the chat to help me out on that.
Allegedly for repeat problem properties.
I don't sleep. I'm fearful. I'm anxious as each passing day brings the possibility of an out-of-control party at the property or any other properties surrounding us. My daughter asks me almost daily, are the bad guys coming back? Why would someone shoot our house? For children growing up.
That's heartbreaking. Her daughter asks her daily, are the bad guys coming back? Why would someone shoot our house? Well, let me tell her little daughter, little Ombrita, they weren't shooting your house. They were shooting at somebody that they were mad at, and they just didn't care about, they were mad, and they didn't give a fuck where the bullets went. And then the bullet hit your house. So they weren't shooting at your house, little Ombrita. So don't take it personally.
My daughter asks me almost daily, are the bad guys coming back? Why would someone shoot our house? It's for children growing up, for safety, walking your dog down the block, not worrying about being shot at by random strangers who can.
What random stranger did it?
Again, I'm telling you, let me tell you, white lady, they're probably not shooting at you. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't always assume that since 2020. But most of the time, they're shooting at somebody else and the bullet just hits you. Okay? So stop being so arrogant to think that we're actually shooting at you. Goddamn pompous bitch.
For children growing up, for safety, walking your dog down the block, not worrying about being shot at by random strangers who can rent a house for one night for a party and have no care.
Now, the process from Plano City Council has been to have city staff make a proposal that gets in front of them in their April meeting. That's April 10th. They're also, again, like we mentioned, talking about the possibility of a temporary ban, and then they want to have a cooling off period. They're trying to basically mirror what Arlington did of having a ban.
Also, Arlington County also, Arlington City also banned Airbnbs. Wow, man.
You know, I just want to know what stranger did this.
Oh, you talking about? You want to know what kind of stranger it was?
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like, was he tall? Was he short? You know, was
listen, these people right here, man. These people know better, man. Like, if they mentioned the stranger, this news story would have been today at a Plano City Council meeting. An evil white lady made a racist comment. That would have been the story. We wouldn't even have known that it was a ban on short-term rentals. So thank you for not saying that, so we can at least know what's going on.
And then a cooling off period to give those short-term rentals time to still live out basically the reservation that they have made. One council member floated a 6-month cooling off period. They would have to have this in the terms of the rules by zoning. And so there's also a consideration of having a joint meeting in May, the first week of May, so that if they vote, they won't have to go through two processes by having a zoning vote and a city council vote. They will have a simultaneous vote. And so
all right. Yeah, man. It's getting rough out there, man. It's getting rough, man. In the suburbs, man. Now that's the suburbs too, man. We ain't talking about the city. This the suburbs, man.
A North Carolina man is facing multiple charges, including kidnapping. He's accused of luring a 13-year-old girl out of her house and taking her to North Carolina. She was eventually found.
That's a glider. Jorge Ivan Santos Camacho. That's a glider, though. That guy got a lot of glider, but I'll give him Umbrito. That's a fucking glider Umbrito, man. That's a glacier Umbrito, man. He ain't no full Umbrito, man. He got some glider in him, man. I'm trying to spread it out tonight, man. Pause. I'm trying to make sure that we don't forget you gliders, man.
And taking her to North Carolina. She was eventually found locked in a shed behind a house there. Fox 4's David Centenry here with more on how police tracked them down. David.
Well, Steve, family members of the girl who was taken are thanking law enforcement tonight for finding her. They're also thanking community members who have been behind them since all of this happened. Fox 4 right now is choosing not to name that underage girl or her family because she is a reported victim of sexual assault.
He said, dude got 4 Mexican names. Actually, Ivan might be Russian, man. He got 3 Mexican names. Ivan is Russian.
34-year-old Jorge Camacho allegedly took a 13-year-old girl near her home in Dallas and committed multiple sex crimes against her before she was found locked in a shed more than 1,000 miles away on a property in North Carolina. The Davidson.
I'm going to give this guy credit. I know y'all going to say that y'all not going to understand. I give this guy credit. He did not kill that little girl. I appreciate him not killing that little girl and letting her live, man.
We should still kill him, I think, though.
Oh, no, definitely.
Yeah, we should hang him.
No, without a doubt. But I appreciate him not killing her. You know what I'm saying? Because A lot of times they'll kill the little girl, and it's no reason to. It's like those stories are sad to me, man.
Sex crimes against her before she was found locked in a shed more than 1,000 miles away on a property in North Carolina. The Davidson County Sheriff's Office chatting with the teen through a social media platform. The content was consistent with grooming and enticement.
Yes, so traffickers really prey on the everyday needs of teens and places where teens hang out. And a lot of times that's online.
Bianca Davis is CEO of New Friends, New Life.
All right, man, we don't need to go through all that shit. Thank God she's alive. That's good.
You said he's a glider. Are you trying to be equitable today or what? Inclusive?
No, I'm saying he got a lot of glider in him. He not now. Don't get me wrong, man. I mean, that guy's still probably like on Brito, but on Brito's got a different kind of build. Like it's just a different. On Brito's look different than that guy. Now that guy, don't get me wrong, that guy had some on Brito features, like his hair was a little bit straight. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm not saying I know he got hair on Brito hair. Somebody got the shit playing in the background, man. Yeah, but that guy, he got some more Brito in him.
Police say it is the ex-girlfriend who is one of the, the ex-girlfriend of one of the 4 people killed in the Northwest Dallas apartment complex who's facing murder charges. Who was the shooter? Hello, I'm Steve Eager. 2 men and 2 women were found dead last night at an apartment complex near Marshall.
The ex-girlfriend of the victim is accused of murdering 4 people. Yikes.
And Forest, 18-year-old Artemio Maldonado and 20-year-old Azucena Sanchez, both charged with murder. According to court documents,
Wow. Now these are hombritos. These are, you see that straight hair? How straight their hair is? You see their fucking faces? These are hombritos right here. He's full burritos, man.
Hey, real quick. Salute to the people in the chat, Matt, that you caught the last dude a glider. Because we all know gliders definitely do not rape people.
Yeah, I know they don't. I've never heard of that. Gliders are perfectly innocent, man. They don't do anything, man. But they do get smacked about their heads by some men, though. Whatever.
But these here, yeah,
he's on Brito.
Azucena Sanchez, both charged with murder. According to court documents, Sanchez is the one in the custody battle with one of the dead men. An infant was found unharmed at the house, but police did not say whether or not that was her child. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has the latest info from police headquarters. Peyton.
Steve, again, the child was not hurt and is now in CPS custody. Neighbors told police they heard what sounded like gunshots around 1 a.m. Sunday morning. And hours later, family members of the victim, those are the people that actually found the victims after not hearing from them all day.
Seen all the cop cars and I seen the tape, so naturally I knew somebody was dead, because I seen the yellow tape. But I didn't know it was that close to where I live,
Okay. Sunman said, shit, this on Britos, I could give a statement, man. I could show my face on the news. If this was some Sunman, they'd be showing his feet in his shadow.
Would they slam his head into the concrete?
Sunman, like, this ain't no, I can go ahead and give a statement on this one, man. You know what I'm saying? I can show my face, man. I ain't got to be worried about being called a snitch.
That close to where I live,
Monday, a small piece of crime scene tape is left right below Robert McCrae's apartment in Northwest Dallas. McCrae arrived home from Houston Sunday evening to Dallas police officers swarming his complex.
It was surprising.
Around 7 p.m. Sunday, investigators were called out to an apartment off Villa Verde Avenue near the intersection of Forest Lane and Marsh Lane. Inside, police say 4 adults were found shot to death, 2 adult females and 2 adult males as a result of a custody dispute. An infant was inside the apartment but was not hurt.
It was about 9:30 or so that they had identified some suspects
and located their vehicle at a nearby apartment complex.
18-year-old Artemio Maldonado and 20-year-old Azucena Sanchez now sit in the Dallas County Jail facing capital murder. According to an arrest affidavit Fox 4 obtained on Monday, security video from the victim's complex showed a black Ford Mustang believed to belong to Maldonado leaving the complex just after 1 a.m. Sunday morning. Homicide detectives located the same Mustang at a different apartment complex off North Haven Road, just a few miles away from the crime scene. Both suspects were taken into custody while walking out to the Mustang. Family members told police the suspect, Azucena Sanchez, is the ex-girlfriend of one of the victims, and the two had been involved in a custody dispute over their son. Relatives say Sanchez had made threats in the past.
It's frightening for.
Wow. So think about the other people that were there. Really, probably had nothing to do with that shit. She just came in there and murked everybody. Shit.
Relatives say Sanchez had made threats in the past.
It's frightening for one, and plus, I mean, I feel bad for the family. You know what I mean? And also for the kid being in there like that.
Investigators are not confirming if the infant found at the scene is the child involved in the custody dispute. During his interview at police headquarters, police say Maldonado admitted he and Sanchez broke into the apartment through a back bedroom window. Once inside, Maldonado told police he opened fire after a confrontation with the victims. Maldonado says he and Sanchez then ran out the front door.
From this place, it's really.
Damn, he done already spilled the beans, man. He done already told everything. God damn. Case closed, man. Case closed.
Even the son man knows not to say anything.
God damn. Case closed, man. Damn, Dallas, stand up, man. Stand up, Dallas. On Britos down there in Dallas doing it big, man. Salute to y'all on Britos, man. Wow. Y'all on Britos doing it big down here.
But I mean, I feel like Dallas is safe. I feel like Dallas is sweet, to be honest.
Oh, really?
I feel like if I go to Dallas, I'm safe as fuck, as opposed to where I'm at, right?
Oh, I don't know, man. Dallas is, man. Nah,
it's busting.
Yeah, Dallas is they turning up in Dallas, man. They be turning. It's turned, man. Don't get it twisted, my G. It's turned up in Dallas, man. Yeah, don't get it twisted, man.
Okay.
The family of an 11-year-old boy killed this weekend is sharing more about who he was in the last moments of his life. Good evening, I'm Blake Hansen. 11-year-old Jeremiah Green was shot and killed yesterday morning while at his home with his mother. She was also shot and is now recovering in an area hospital. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager spoke with family.
Just a typical kid. He didn't, innocent. Didn't have nothing to do with it.
11-year-old Jeremiah Green was shot and killed inside his Dallas home early Saturday morning, located in the Preston Hollow neighborhood. His mother was also shot. Sunday, the boy's family released this photo.
By who, motherfucker? Who shot him?
To Fox 4 of Jeremiah with his mother, 31-year-old Jocelyn Green, who remains in the hospital.
Kind of like any mother, any parent just wants to know why.
We spoke to Jocelyn Green's brother-in-law, Cameron Hardiman, outside Texas Health Presbyterian. Hardiman says Jocelyn was shot in the hand.
She loved him so much. He was her world.
Dallas police responded to a home off Royal Lane around 2:15 Saturday morning. Inside, investigators found 11-year-old Jeremiah Green and his mother both shot. The fifth grader died at the scene.
Around 2 o'clock, somebody came knocking on the window, and it I guess, scared everybody. And then moments later, the gunshots went off.
30-year-old Jakeith Huntley sits in the Dallas County Jail facing.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, man.
Give him the cartel special.
Why we had to do that, man? Why we had to be involved with this? I was having fun in Dallas, man.
We're on a roll.
Yeah, man. I wasn't expecting this story to have a Jakeith in it. Golly, man, where'd Jakeith come from, man? I was expecting Javier or maybe fucking goddamn Juan or some shit.
Miguel.
I know fucking Shaquille. The fuck is going on here, man?
You know, I met a couple of brothers named Juan though. Have you ever met a brother named Juan?
Well, yeah, Quan something.
No, Juan, like the Mexicans, like the
Juan.
hombreros.
Yeah, I met, I met some ones. Jesus Christ, man.
Hey man, there's surprisingly some with some real hombrito names. I met one named Julian.
Oh, Julian's an hombrito name?
No, I don't think it's an hombreto name.
I didn't know.
I think so. I
No.
got a cousin named Julian. So
No.
Yo, I met a son man named Miguel. Now that's an hombrito name.
nah, that's Pablo.
Pablo, Pablo's definitely Pablo's or something, man. Yeah, I mean, hombrito name, but like, well, Julian is so many. Some men named Julian, it ain't even funny, man.
Right.
That name, that's our name now. Shit. Fuck that. God damn, man. Woo.
Julio Jones.
Yeah. Julio is y'all. Y'all still got Julio. We ain't took that one from y'all yet, but yeah.
I know of a son man named Ocho Cinco.
Yeah, Ocho Cinco, man. Yeah, man. Damn, I just wasn't expecting the Jakeef, man. I'm sorry, baby. That shit scared me. It's like when you bend the corner and somebody right there, it's like shocked me, man. I just wasn't expecting that shit.
The 5th grader died at the scene.
Around 2 o'clock, somebody came knocking on the window, and it I guess scared everybody, and then moments later, the gunshots went off.
30-year-old Jakeef Huntley sits in the Dallas County Jail facing a capital murder charge. Police say Huntley shot both victims. Shortly after the shooting, Huntley was arrested in Glen Heights. Family members tell Fox 4 Huntley is Jocelyn Green's ex-boyfriend and showed up to the Dallas home unexpectedly and opened fire from outside the window. Hardiman says Jeremiah was scared and his mother was holding him for protection.
When he started banging on the window, he got scared. So she held him like, it's okay, let's go back to bed. And then that's when the gunshots went off.
Overnight video shows nearly a dozen evidence markers outside a front window. And once the sun came up, bullet holes are seen in the blinds. Hardiman, his children, and the 11-year-old's grandfather, Aaron Scott, were all asleep at the house and woke up to gunshots.
Once I really saw what happened, I was, panicking. The first thing, get the rest of the kids out of there.
Huntley has an extensive criminal history. He served a 4-year prison sentence from 2010 to 2014 for aggravated assault. In 2016, Huntley was arrested on a family violence charge in Denton County, but the case was later dismissed. Online records also show Huntley faces an aggravated assault charge out of Denton County for an incident in 2021. Family members had...
Damn. She was fucking with a thug, man. She was fucking with a thug. And that boy, that little baby ain't his. That kid is not his, man. So she brought her son by another dude around Jakeef, man. That shit should be criminal. That should be considered.
It should be.
It is criminal.
It should be. She should be arrested for this. If she was,
unknown men.
Exactly.
That boy did not sign up to be around a guy with that fucking type of record. He didn't choose that. That fucking guy's a fucking thug, man.
Right. And I bet the kid saw it coming. That bitch didn't though. You know what I mean? Yeah. I bet you that kid seen it coming, but that bitch couldn't.
Yeah, this shit is just sad, man. Salute to my man Eric S, man, coming through with the cash app. He said Plano is a beautiful, very expensive city. Ooh, sun man in now.
Dallas County Jail facing a capital murder charge. Police say Huntley shot both victims. Shortly after the shooting, Huntley was arrested in Glen Heights. Family members tell Fox 4 Huntley is Jocelyn Green's ex-boyfriend and showed up to the Dallas home unexpectedly and opened fire from outside the window. Hardiman says Jeremiah was scared and his mother was holding him for protection.
When he started banging on the window, he got scared. So she held him like, it's okay, let's go back to bed. And then that's when the gunshots went off.
Overnight video shows nearly a dozen evidence markers outside a front window. And once the sun came up, bullet holes are seen in the blinds. Hardiman, his children, and the 11-year-old's grandfather, Aaron Scott, were all asleep at the house and woke up to gunshots.
Once I really saw what happened, I was, panicking. The first thing, get the rest of the kids out of there.
Huntley has an extensive criminal history. He served a 4-year prison sentence from 2010 to 2014 for aggravated assault. In 2016, Huntley was arrested on a family violence charge in Denton County, but the case was later dismissed. Online records also show Huntley faces an aggravated assault charge out of Denton County for an incident in 2021. Family members had few words about Huntley.
I hope he never sees the light of day ever again.
But Hardiman says Jeremiah was a child with many talents. He loved school, sports, and was always by his mom's side.
Shit, man. Fucking Christ, man. She gets to live. She survived this shit.
You'll have another one.
Jesus Christ, man. This shit is fucking insane, man.
And I bet she didn't learn her lesson either.
Hell no, she's chasing dick.
If she knew he had a criminal record, should she be in prison too?
Yeah.
She knew.
He been in jail. He did 4 years and got out in 2016. How old is that kid? He's 11, right? The kid was 11. So if she met him anytime in the last fucking 7 years since he's been home, she couldn't have met him before he got locked up because the kid wouldn't have been born yet. So she met him when he came home from prison. So she would have had to have known. But a lot of these motherfuckers don't even be investigating these motherfuckers. But a son man will tell you. That's the thing about us. Some man show. I just came home from doing 4, some slight shit. You know what I'm saying? Little vacation. Right. Some man will tell you that.
Because these bitches like that. They do. They think it's dangerous, bad boy. Yeah, very dangerous. Hope.
A different high society.
Guessing what, bro?
The arrest of all 3 suspects. Police say
I'm not wrong though.
Yeah.
I'm just speaking truth here, bro.
Right. They like it, man. It's just
the arrests of all 3 suspects, police say murdered a Louisville pawn shop owner during a robbery last month, brings some relief to his loved ones. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager talked with a relative about this latest news of a 3rd arrest. Peyton?
Stephen, according to police, all 3 suspects were staying here in Dallas. Louisville police working alongside Dallas police to track down these 3 suspects just days before the victim's funeral.
We can begin to heal, and it will still take some time, but we are healing.
Friday was the first step towards forgiveness for Misha Gonzalez.
It's still maybe a little too early to say we forgive you, but we'll get there.
All 3 suspects wanted in connection to her brother-in-law's murder are now in custody. Louisville pawn shop owner 54-year-old Daniel White was shot and killed during an attempted robbery on February 14th. For the last month, White's family waited for any updates.
It's been a whirlwind. We have good days, we have bad days.
Thursday, Gonzalez says, was a pivotal day. 19-year-old DeMonta Skinner, the last of the 3 suspects.
God damn. That is Black Gen Z, man. Black Gen Z, you killed that man. I ain't seen Black Gen Z ain't been alive the last couple of days, man. I need to kill somebody, man. God damn it, man.
He in the wind.
Yeah, man.
They got him, man. They
Turned
got him.
himself into police Thursday afternoon. Skinner's younger brother, 17-year-old Denarian Skinner, turned himself in on Tuesday.
Brothers. 2 brothers. That mom who shit these motherfuckers out. Shit, man. God, look what she unleashed on the planet, man.
Day. Both surrendered after police announced they had warrants issued for their arrests earlier this week and believed the two were staying in South Dallas. 18-year-old Jatevon Johnson was taken into...
Jatevon. What the fuck kind of name is that? That sucks. That name sucks. That doesn't even sound good for a son name. Jatevon.
Got some ashy ass lips, bro. God damn.
Should have called him Jatavion. Jatavion would have been a lot better, man. I like Jatavion better than Jatevon, man. Fuck. Shit, my man just look. He been through a lot, man. He just killed somebody, man. He been hiding out for a month. It's rough hiding
in
out.
South Dallas. 18-year-old Jatevon Johnson was taken into custody on February 25th in Dallas. The three teenagers now all face capital murder charges.
As a mother of two young boys, I just can't even begin to imagine what those parents are going through. Because
they don't even care what you're going through.
Damn.
His mama don't give him. His mama probably thinking like, the system caused my son to kill this guy. If it wasn't for the system, he wouldn't have had to go out here and do this type of stuff.
Right.
Now the racist criminal justice system gonna give him a sentence that they wouldn't give a white kid. They gonna sentence him longer than they would sentence a white kid. She thinking shit like that. This
everything you said along with I told them to lock him up. I tried getting him like that.
Exactly. I tried that. I told him. I told his probation officer. I told the social worker that he don't listen and he need to go away. Yeah, I mean, like, you white people, you Gladys is fucking retarded, man. Why? I don't know why you even give a fuck what his mother's thinking about. She doesn't give a fuck about you.
as a mother of two young boys, I just can't even begin to imagine what those parents are going through, because I would be devastated. So we definitely want to lift up the families to the three young men.
On Valentine's Day, Louisville police say the armed suspects dressed in hoods and dark clothing rushed into the pawn shop as White was opening for the day. One of the suspects opened fire and shot White in the chest.
So they didn't even give him a chance to give up the money. They just rushed him as he was opening up the store and shot him dead. And she's lifting them up.
Yeah.
Like, I could see if he like struggled, it was a struggle, the gun went off, like, god damn, man.
Right. Or if you called him the song word,
Yeah, the sun word or something like that. Like, god damn.
Yo, I believe it or not, I told my girl, if these motherfuckers ever kill me, you better not say some shit like that.
Right. Even if they ask for it, even if in court they're like, I want to turn to the family and please.
Exactly.
No, motherfucker, no. Fuck you.
Right, like you took me away from my kids. My kids don't have me no more, so fuck you.
Right, and these motherfuckers, I want to know how much they got. Like, here's the thing. It doesn't matter how much they got, but what are you, a punch? They probably, I bet you, after they shot him, they probably panicked and ran out without getting anything.
Oh, I guarantee. I fucking guarantee that.
Jeez.
Definitely want to lift up two young boys. I just can't even begin to imagine what those parents are going through, because I would be devastated. So we definitely want to lift up the families to the three young men.
On Valentine's Day, Louisville police say the armed suspects dressed in hoods and dark clothing rushed into the pawn shop as White was opening for the day. One of the suspects opened fire and shot White in the chest. The three suspects took off in a Ford Escape. White died later at the hospital.
Just like drop to your knees, pain.
Pain, Gonzalez says, was felt through the community. Customers lined the Louisville pawn shop fence with flowers and stuffed animals.
It's not going to be the same. It's definitely not going to be the same here.
White devoted the majority of his life to his job at the pawn shop. He started working there when he was 16 and never stopped. White was also married to his high school sweetheart, Yolanda.
Man, we're going to miss him forever.
With all three suspects in jail, Gonzalez now says she's trying to picture future milestones like holidays and birthdays without the one who would always make everyone smile.
And Daniel's always there, and he's always so much fun. We always have so much laughter, and I don't know how those birthday dinners are going to be anymore without him sitting there with us. It's going to be a hard thing to get used to.
All three suspects are in the Denton County Jail this evening. White's in-laws now run the pawn shop. Again, his funeral is tomorrow morning. Steve, back to you.
All right.
Hey, I looked in chat like a couple minutes ago, and someone was saying to check out Scottsdale, Arizona. They had just built a Section 8 over there. Something like that.
Scottsdale, Arizona. Email it to me. Send it to me.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it for you.
What's the channel over? Yeah. Put it in the back chat. I don't know the channel over in Scottsdale. I know they got Phoenix. But yeah, man, salute to everybody. Make sure you take the $5 challenge. Salute to transparency and merit. He says that white woman proves that white people can be forgiven, more forgiving than I would be. Yeah, man. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I'm not trying to clown people that forgive. All I'm saying is that I ain't with that shit. I ain't with that shit. Don't forgive nobody, do nothing for me. I'm not forgiving you. And I don't have to say nothing. Like, you don't have to say nothing. They don't even have to know that I don't forgive them. Because I don't have to say anything.
Oh, I'm gonna say something.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, you could on the subject of forgiveness, you don't have to say anything about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
They I don't know why they feel like the need to say
right.
Family and friends of a murdered husband and father are joining Arlington police in a renewed push for help in identifying and finding his killers. Hello again, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes. First here at 5:30. 36-year-old Ishmael Ali was killed in the early morning of February 14th. He was shot to death in the driveway of his Arlington home after returning home from work. Since then, police have been hard-pressed to find any evidence that can help identify the killers. Fox 4's Dion Anglin joins us now live with the very latest. Dion.
Hi there, Heather. Well, it has been more than 3 weeks, and investigators are still looking for the suspects who they say are car thieves and burglars who resorted, at least one of them, to murder.
The surveillance video we've been able to recover, unfortunately, does not provide a great look at the suspects' faces.
Police and family.
What does their gait tell you about them? That don't look like Sunman gait. They don't look like Sunman walking. I'm sorry, man. That don't look like a Sunman walk. What do y'all think, chat?
Repeat it, if you don't mind.
Who resorted, at least one of them, to murder.
The surveillance video we've been able to recover, unfortunately, does not provide a great look at the suspects' faces.
Police and family.
I think it could be Sunman.
That one right here is on Brito. Sunman walk with soul, man. We walk
with flavor.
Yeah, man. We don't walk like that, man. Our pants be sagging and shit. It just be.
We've been able to recover, unfortunately, does not provide a great look at the suspects' faces.
Police and.
It's not enough moving in the arms. It just the walk is too straight for me to be.
Yeah, I think I see what you mean. I think I'm seeing it.
We've been able to recover, unfortunately, does not provide a great look at the suspects' faces.
Police and.
I don't know, man.
I think there's Sunman, but I see what you're saying though.
I don't know. I gotta maybe they got some more footage, but it just now the way this happened, because we covered it, the guy pulled into his driveway and I think he startled them. He was coming home and he pulled in his driveway and they were out there stealing cars and like they saw him and they just shot him up. They didn't even ask him any questions. They just started shooting.
I mean, that sounds very sunny.
Yeah, but also that could be. I mean, yeah, that does sound sunny. But
The surveillance video we've been able to recover, unfortunately, does not provide a great look at the suspects' faces.
Police and family renewing the plea for help to solve the murder of Ali Ismail.
This could be your son. This could be your father. This could be your husband, a nephew, a relative of yours.
The two suspects mentioned are seen here, walking around, checking for unlocked vehicle doors. Shortly before, police say one of them opened fire, killing Ismail. Seen here with 5 of his 6 children. His widow is expecting their 7th child.
As he pulls into his driveway, the suspect immediately began firing at him, striking him, and killing him. Both suspects then ran from the neighborhood, heading east on Prentice Street. We do not have any current video showing where they went after that.
Ismail was returning from work around 5 a.m. the morning of Valentine's Day.
That early morning that he came to home, he was planning to take his kids to school. It's really horrific. You can imagine how the family is feeling, the loss of the father, the breadwinner, a husband, and he was everything to them.
That morning, the weather was rainy, hindering investigators' efforts to lift fingerprints from vehicles. They are pleading with the community for information or possible additional video from the area surrounding the 1400 block of Prentice Street.
This looked like a cold case to me, man. This looked like it might be a cold case, man. I can't tell. Look at that skin. That's some really pale skin right there, man. That's not even like Sunman light skin. These motherfuckers look.
And to provide any additional information to the police
And
department.
look how short he is to that car. Like if that was me, my head would be up here and shit.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. You know what? I'm convinced these are riddles. Fuck it.
Information to the police department, particularly during the times of 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. on February the 14th.
There is a $10,000 reward offered in the case.
We're just pleading to the public and the community.
Damn, fucking savages, man. Like, we got to get out of we got to get out of Dallas, man. Goddamn, Dallas. We gonna have to come back to Dallas, man. Salute to Dallas, man. Dallas is
What did Blanco say? The border states are popping.
yeah, man. I mean, it's cracking down there. Salute to y'all, man. I mean, Dallas is definitely something we're gonna have to take a look at, more deeper look at, man.
I wonder what the gun memorial for Dallas looks like.
We could go there, man. Let's hold on. Let me see something.
And this morning, an Indianapolis.
A fast food order gone horribly wrong.
We're gonna get to that in a second. Let me see the gun memorial, Dallas, because golly, man, you got me. All right, gun memorial, Dallas. Yikes. All right, that's our little buddy right here.
Damn.
Damn.
It's looking pretty a little diverse, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder who killed that glider, that old glider. Yeah.
Buster? Who killed Buster, man?
Damn.
He's the co-founder of Dave & Buster's. Wow.
What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Please tell me your son, man. You killed the co-founder of Dave & Buster's.
Yo, based off of his age, I'm gonna say it was something, man.
I like that restaurant.
Very
man.
likely.
I love this restaurant, man. Nah, son, man. You can't kill the nah. Don't you like Dave & Buster's?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I love
Not
Dave &
bad.
Buster's, man.
It's like a fun family place, and he
Yeah.
brought so much joy into so many people's lives, man. That'd just be sad, man. If Son Man killed, there's no way a Son Man killed him, man. Let me see something.
I didn't hear shit about this one either. You would think you would have heard about it.
Police said they responded to a report of a shooting at a home in Dallas, and that the man who was shot died at the hospital after suffering a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He killed himself. Thank God, man. Thank God.
Damn.
Salute, man. R.I.P. to you, man. Thank you for building that
Damn.
record. Let's see. A lot of sons on here, man, but it's a lot of other races too, man. Beth,
It
who
feels
killed
like
Beth?
that.
Beth,
Damn.
husband, James Frost killed her. So
Oh shit.
yeah, so she got killed by her hubby. Okay, so yeah, man, some man. I mean,
They're not fucking up the gliders over here in Dallas. Not yet, anyway.
yeah, not like that, like that. Man, a lot of sons on here, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel like it's majority sons, but I mean, we're in the mix.
Yeah, but what's new? You know what I'm saying? What would you? What we expect?
I mean, it's not Albuquerque or anything, but you know.
Yeah, you would expect it like it to be like 90% son. This one's probably 70% sons. You know, so it's like manageable, man. Salute to L. Curtis, man, for the cash app, man. Salute to you, L. Curtis, man. And salute to Janine, man. Jean, no, not Janine. Jean. Not Janine. Let me change that. Jean. Shout out to Jean, man. Jean coming through heavy on the PayPal, man. That's what I'm talking about. Salute to Jean. Jean is definitely putting up numbers tonight, man. Salute to you, Gene. Wow. So let's see. I was gonna go to Memphis. Yeah, Memphis, man. Let's go to Memphis, man, and see what's going on in man. Yeah, man. You know, something slight.
Hey, are you from are you a glider? Is that new guy from Memphis? Is he a glider or something? Do
A
you know?
glider.
Oh, okay. I kind of
Can you
figured, but I
tell?
wanted to make sure. Yeah, I could, but I wanted to make sure, you know.
Ain't no sun man there, man.
Nope. No.
Man, there ain't no sun man. Let's see.
A fast food order gone horribly wrong is what employees say led to a woman's death in Orange Mound this morning. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the news at 4.
God damn, he got a big ass head. I thought I had a big head, man. Like I mean, I got a huge head, but this motherfucker, god damn, he looked like one of them baby. He looked like a cartoon baby, man. Like he looked like Coco Melon, one of them Coco Melon babies, man.
Or you know those toys that are very popular with the big heads? I don't know the name.
Yeah, he look like,
You know what I'm talking about, product?
Yeah.
Just poke him with a needle.
Dude got a big ass head, man. Pause. Shit. My God. Yeah, man. Sorry, man. He distracted, man.
He can't breathe any more air, man.
He need to do radio, man.
A fast food order gone horribly wrong is what employees say led to a woman's death in Orange Mound this morning. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining us for the news at 4. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. Now, this happened at the McDonald's near Airways in Lamar. WRAG's Cormitra Wilburn has the latest on this morning's tragedy.
He could have been shot. I could have lost my cousin. Devontae Lewis rushed to the McDonald's near Airways in Lamar.
Hold on, what did he say? I thought that was a girl. I wasn't looking. Hold on.
He could have been shot. I could have lost my cousin.
That's a dude. Oh no.
He's sweet as an apple, as a McDonald's apple pie, man.
All that sugar in that tank.
He could have been shot. I could have lost my cousin. Devontae Lewis.
He could have been shot. I lost my cousin. Like, God, his name Devontae and shit. He could have been shot. You know what?
Could have been shot. I could have lost my cousin. Devontae Lewis rushed to the McDonald's near Airways in Lamar after hearing about the early morning shooting.
I don't blame him though. Like Memphis so rough, man. On Sunday, man, he probably playing gay so he can stay out the way, man. Like, some man be like, "Oh no, he gay, y'all. Leave him alone."
Right.
He ain't with that shit, y'all. He gay, man.
He had a deep ass voice.
Man.
Macho as fuck. No key.
Right, man. He like one of them homeless people that be like that.
Oh
When they
my
finish paying him
God.
and then they go,
Oh, with the tin
Uh,
can, and the blanket takes it off.
yeah, they
And
get
starts walking.
they get the lesson after they finish panhandling and shit.
Right. He walks to the Mercedes.
Yeah, he gonna go home and shit. Be like, yeah, man, what's up, y'all? Yeah, man, I don't blame him though, man. Fuck that. It's too wild out there, man. Fuck that, man. I'm gay. Fuck that shit, man.
Judy.
He could have been shot. I could have lost my cousin. Devontae Lewis rushed to the McDonald's near Airways in Lamar after hearing about the early morning shooting. Memphis police say it happened shortly before 2 a.m. A woman was found dead.
It's believed that this shooting happened at this pickup window. You can clearly see that bullet hole in the window. We spoke to a family member of one
They
of the
just gonna leave the bullet hole right there. They ain't even gonna put no fucking cardboard over this shit, nothing. Just leave them.
It's Memphis, man.
That's too much work.
in the window. We spoke to a family member of one of the employees who was on scene when the shooting happened, and he tells us that this shooting stemmed from an argument between a customer and an employee over food.
I don't know if it was over a sandwich or some fries. I don't know. He just said it was over some food.
Officers spent hours gathering statements from employees. Lewis says their cousin ran for his life once shots rang out.
The customer got smart over some food or something because their food wasn't fresh or whatever.
MPD has not said who fired.
You look at the goddamn Scorpions. Y'all need to bring back that Scorpion squad, man. Shit, man, y'all fucked up without, man. This city, we do Memphis just about every other day, sometimes every day, and it's fresh stories every day.
Shots. At one point during the investigation, we witnessed 4 MPD cruisers drive to a nearby neighborhood on Airways. Officers knocked on several doors and spoke to residents. We're told a man was eventually detained.
I'd be mad too about my food, but I don't think I would hurt somebody.
It's unclear if the victim is an employee or a customer. A gray sedan next to the pickup window was towed away. The store was back open for business just hours later.
Damn, they murked somebody and opened up hours later. And they don't know if it was a customer or an employee. We don't know either because the sunman could have just shot through the window and it could have hit a customer. You never know, you know what I'm saying? Like the sunman don't. If it was a glider, we would have known it was he killed the person he was shooting at. It would have been the employee, but with a sunman, we don't know. They could hit somebody across the street. You know, it's insane, man. This is sad, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be pissed if I died at McDonald's.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
be fucking heated.
Yeah.
It'll piss me off.
We're told a man was eventually detained.
I'd be mad too about my food, but I don't think I would hurt somebody.
It's unclear if the victim is an employee or a customer. A gray sedan next to the pickup window was towed away. The store was back open for business just hours later.
It's sad. Hopefully Memphis get better.
Reporting in Orange.
I'm sorry, man.
That's not gonna happen.
What I'm talking about, man? My man, he doing too much on this one, man.
It's sad. Hopefully Memphis get better.
Man, you doing too much, cuz. Come on, cuz. You ain't had to throw all that extra on it, man. We get it, man. We get it. You try to stay out the way, man. You try to let the steppers know you ain't with the shit, man. Leave me alone. But come on, man. God, dog.
Sad.
Yo,
Hopefully
so
Memphis get better.
Yo, salute to the McDonald's though. Operating as soon as the crime scene was cleared, they kept working.
Right.
They took the body and they just kept it pushing.
They was like, "Come get this bitch, man. We got Big Macs and shit to sell, man. What the fuck is going on, man? It's a franchise too, man."
Right, it's a business, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I do love the the bullet in the window though. It just It just feels like, it has character.
Exactly. Like no fucks given. Fuck that. But get man, come
Right.
on, bitch, man.
Like, you know where you at. You know where you at.
Reporting in Orange Mound, Cormier Wilborn, WREG News Channel 3.
And Memphis police have charged 36-year-old Preston Denner with second-degree murder in that shooting. Now, we reached out to McDonald's headquarters for a statement.
Second degree. So that might have been a customer, because if he hit who he was trying to hit, I mean, unless the McDonald's employee was armed, if he hit who he was trying to hit, that would be first degree. Well, not in Memphis, because they got that woke DA. But yeah, I don't know, man. We'll find out. We'll follow up on this story.
Murder in that shooting. Now, we reached out to McDonald's headquarters for a statement. They told us, quote, "We are deeply saddened by this morning's tragic incident. Our thoughts are with the families affected by this sudden tragedy. The safety and well-being of our crew, customers, and the community remains our top priority, and we are fully cooperating with law enforcement in their investigation."
New at 4 charges in the stabbing death of a
Hold on. Let me see. I want to see Memphis. I think it's only right to
a fast food order gone.
It's only right to when you go to Memphis just to see what else happens to be going on. It's hard to just go to Memphis for the one story, man.
Hear the story about the clerk that her car got stolen?
The what?
The county clerk that her car got stolen.
Okay, we're getting to that. We'll get to that, man. Let me see this first. Let me see.
A massive recruiting campaign by the Memphis Police Department seems to have been put on hold since the killing of Tyree Nichols, and it comes at a time when the city has been pushing to increase the numbers of officers on the force.
But why would anybody be an officer when the fucking police chief came out before the body cam came out and said, "Man, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, man. Wait till y'all see this, man. I mean, this shit is bad. I mean, they fucked him up, man. You ain't watch. Wait till you see this video."
Right, fuck 12. Fuck 12.
Investigator April Thompson shows how police recruiting may now get a second look.
They were the weekend fairs that had folks lining up, all for a chance to be a part of Memphis Best in Blue. But then the Tyree Nichols video was released.
Incidents like these that happened in Memphis, the murder, really put a negative spotlight on Memphis, such that it's going to be really challenging to get people to want to go into law enforcement.
City Council member Rhonda Logan heads up the Public Safety Committee for the Memphis City Council and believes now police recruiting will be even more challenging.
This, among other things, are really changing the way and the perception that young people have of.
So this fucking bird brain fucking idiot she's in charge of this, right? And she can't flip it. She can't say, "Well, look, since I'm in charge of police recruiting and shit with the city council, hey everybody, what about the 15 gazillion million times that police save people's lives and fucking save people from danger, as opposed to this one Tyree Nichols incident?" She's conceding that, yeah, this one incident fucked everything up and there's nothing we can do about it. What about highlighting some of the good shit that cops do? All the fucking babies they save from choking, all the fucking women they save from getting their asses beat or killed by their fucking boyfriends, all the fucking son thugs that get shot up in the street and they get given rides to the hospital, or they come and stop the fucking other son thugs from shooting. What about all the fucking times they fucking just save people doing random shit? You fucking get a flat tire and shit, and everybody looking at you like you crazy, and the fucking cop sees you and he pulls over and helps you out. What about all that shit as compared to this one fucking incident? And you supposed to be, and this bitch is supposed to be like, she probably got 1,000 degrees, and she can't fucking flip the shit. She not on here talking about good cops. She just talking about this one incident.
of public safety, law enforcement.
And it comes at a time when Memphis is in need of more officers. Logan says the city council passed a resolution approving 2,500 officers, but the latest report from MPD showed they had just under 2,000. She says it's going to take some relationship building to get those numbers up.
Hopefully, we can come together and look at ways in which we can get back to the policing that my generation grew up on, really.
Bitch, it was one incident. What do you mean the policing that your generation grew up? What the fuck is she talking about getting back to the policing? They act like the Scorpion Squad killed 10 people a day.
Trusting the police, knowing that they're there for our safety and security.
She says it means pretty much going back to community policing. Retired Police Lieutenant
And
Tyrone.
you know what community police means? Officers on their feet, engage in the community. And next thing you will have some people talk, so damn, man, why cops always coming up to me, man? Every time I turn around, the cops, why they always got, they don't believe their neighborhood, man. Man, I was just walking down the street and the cop came up to me, started talking to me, man. They don't do that to white people. Man, there's no fucking solution, man.
Curry, now executive director of the Afro-American Police Association, says building positive relationships is what the association has been about for years. Community policing is at the crux of that.
About a decade ago, we had 10 what we call COAC units, which are simply community policing units throughout the city of Memphis. There was a unit in every area of the city. And those units were charged to build a relationship with the businesses and schools.
But he says Memphis has moved away from that. And as a result, there has been an increase in crime in Memphis. He wants to see a renewed focus on prevention and intervention, in addition to enforcement. Things like officers in schools and community centers interacting with students during programs. Mentoring.
Yeah, playing volleyball with fucking Sun teams will fix it. Why didn't anybody else think of that before, man? I mean, goddamn. I mean, that's the key, man. Volleyball, man.
And community centers interacting with students during programs. Mentoring and leading clothes and food drives.
What are you saying? Free stuff, man. Play volleyball with them and give them free stuff, and the crime rate sure to go down.
Officers in schools and community centers interacting with students during programs, mentoring, and leading clothes and food drives.
What do you say to people who say, well, all that is good, but where do you get the resources to be able to?
From the white people tax dollars, man. White tax dollars, man. Where the fuck else do you get? Where does every city get their fucking money for these programs at, man?
Clothes and food drives.
What do you say to people who say, well, all that is good, but where do you get the resources to be able to? We don't even have enough police officers to be able to do programs like that. And is that policing?
That is policing. It's a new day. They want to be law enforcement officers because they saw the work that we did in community policing. And that didn't cost any money. You're educating.
But he says a lot of progress made by police over the years was quickly dismantled with every blow Tyree Nichols took at the hands of.
With every time the mainstream media made that the biggest story in the country. Not with every blow. Nothing happened with every blow. We wouldn't even have known that shit happened. That shit happened in a fucking random ass cul-de-sac somewhere in Memphis. Nobody would have knew nothing about that shit.
A lot of progress made by police over the years was quickly dismantled with every blow Tyree Nichols took at the hands of police.
We saw our 50 years of hard work go down the drain within 3 minutes.
Oh my fucking God. Oh my fucking God.
I got no words.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Yo, Nicholas, you gotta chill on the mic, man. I don't know what the fuck you doing, man. Damn. 50 years went down the drain in 3 minutes. Shit. normal people to watch this and just be like, oh wait, yeah,
Yeah.
word, man, word.
No, they believe this shit, right? They fucking believe it.
Salute to Austin Davenport the third. Salute to you, man. Appreciate it. This shit's crazy.
Why the Memphis City Council is asking MPD for specific details in their next briefing before the council. They want to know what specific changes are being made in the areas of recruiting, hiring, testing, and training.
Come back with specifics on what you're going to do different. What have you assessed and what will be done different?
Saying that will go a long way in recruiting new officers and retaining those already serving.
We also need to make certain, though, that we are embracing those that are laying their lives down every day and that have been honorable law officers that have, been exemplary in their service.
And she says the council can get behind helping to make the changes happen.
Sometimes they say that we don't have the funds for community policing. Well, I feel we don't have the funds not to, because it's so important, and that's something that we're going to have to do. And so, redirecting funds is a way to make certain that they're there, because it's necessary for us to get back to what worked. And we've had a history of community policing working.
April Thompson, WREG Investigators.
We asked Memphis police for an update on recruiting, including any changes they plan to make now in how they recruit. We are still waiting to hear back.
It's frustrating. It's what we deal with in our office. We see a lot of crime, and we know it can happen to us, but the reality was it did.
Reality struck. Shelby County's criminal court clerk becomes a victim of crime after her car is stolen while pumping gas in Cordova. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi.
That's not really getting stolen. If you're literally pumping gas in your car and someone takes it from you, that's a strong arm carjacking, man. That ain't stolen. That's like you fucking pull your wallet out and you're counting your money and somebody snatches it from you. Or like you're fucking standing there and somebody fucking just pickpockets you. That's the difference between that. Pickpocket is stealing. Somebody snatching that shit out your fucking hand is fucking robbery. How the fuck could she be sitting there pumping her gas and it be just her car gets stolen?
Shelby County's criminal court clerk becomes a victim of crime after her car is stolen while pumping gas in Cordova. Hello, I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock, and while she's frustrated by the incident, she says she has a lot to still be thankful for. WREG's Shay Arthur with her story.
Shelby County Criminal Court Clerk Heidi Kuhn has dedicated her career to working in the community. But last night, just after 6, she became a crime victim herself after her car was stolen from a gas station off Germantown Parkway.
This really has me shaken. And to think that even if the criminal court clerk could be carjacked, anybody can be carjacked.
There you go. She's calling it what it is, a fucking carjacking. Thank you, white lady. You're not bad, not too bad for a glider, man.
It really has me shaken. And to think that even if the criminal court clerk could be carjacked, anybody can be carjacked. And that's truly what is scary. It became my reality.
She says she takes precautions.
This time I happened to drive in and I thought I'm going to go in the middle bay right in front of the doors because I thought that would be the safest location instead of the end caps.
As she started pumping gas, 2 cars pulled up, one between her pump and where another man was. There were 4 men.
They were wearing a mask and they got in my car and they took off in my car with the hose still in it. So the gas was going everywhere.
A man took off in
Damn. Does that sound like a stolen car? Anybody? That's a fucking hell of a scene, man. It's like some shit out the movies, man. Good thing nobody was smoking a cigarette.
Kuhn's car, with 2 others closely following behind. The gas station was busy. Kuhn says 4 people immediately jumped into action to help. Tonight, she commends them.
And I greatly appreciated it. One gentleman actually even took off after them to get the tags, and then he came back. So If there's any silver lining, it was those 4 individuals, and MPD was fantastic as well. The officer that came on scene.
And MPD was fantastic as well. If this was a sister, what are the odds that a sister would have said something like that?
0 chance.
You think 0? Wow. I think maybe 10%. I think there's a sister out there that would have said it, but it was very low. I think very low. You think 0? Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. Well, no. But
1%.
Yeah, this is.
4 people immediately jumped into action to help. Tonight, she commends them.
And I greatly appreciated it. One gentleman actually even took off after them to get the tags, and then he came back. So if there's any silver lining, it was those 4 individuals, and MPD was fantastic as well. The officer that came on scene, Josh Thompson, I believe his name was, he was fantastic.
Thankfully, Kuhn's car was found fairly quickly outside of an apartment.
I feel very fortunate that was recovered. I know that so many people get their car stolen and it's not, but fortunately my phone was in the car, and we used the tracking device on my phone to find out where they were.
While she's getting her car back, she still has concern the thieves still have some of her belongings and has this message for the public.
People want to know what can they do, and I don't have all the answers, but all I can say is, try and stay safe as possible. Keep your doors locked. Make sure that you have your possessions with you if possible.
Shay Arthur, WREG, News Channel 3.
Good to see she is okay tonight. Police records show that the 4 accused thieves were believed to be in an Infiniti and Nissan. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers.
Oh, man. Wow, man. No one's safe, man. No one is safe. And these are all we did Memphis last night, right? Or the night before. But these are all new stories. These are nothing we're doing is retread. This is all new shit.
This man emotionally tormented tonight after surviving a robbery at gunpoint. The thief forced him to open a safe at the J. Alexander's restaurant on Germantown Parkway in Cordova. WREG's Ashley Paul joins us live tonight from outside the Memphis Police Department. And Ashley, what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, Stephanie. Well, the good news is this happened at around 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday. So there were no customers inside the restaurant, but surveillance video shows the moments where the manager was held at gunpoint while the restaurant was robbed. It started in the parking lot of the J. Alexander's restaurant in Cordova just around 2 o'clock Friday morning. According to court documents, the manager of the store was working late to get the restaurant ready for some upcoming renovations. He went to the back parking lot to move his car when he was met by a man with a gun in a white F-150. That's when this surveillance video shows the man.
A Mexican or stolen F-150? I don't know, man. Could be a Mexican, man.
In a mask, wearing a hoodie and shorts, point a gun at the manager, who's forced back inside.
I'm shocked. A hoodie and shorts? Some man don't wear hoodie and shorts, man. Especially this time of year. Might be a Mexican, y'all. Never know.
Because that's a top class, top drawer restaurant.
People who live in the area, shaken by the video, they say this is not what they'd expect at a popular neighborhood restaurant.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible. That's terrible.
The video continues inside as the suspect walks.
No, that's Sunday. With that walk, man. That walk, that's a Sunday.
The video continues inside as the suspect walks through the kitchen area holding a bag. According to court documents, the manager of the store said, quote, "I'll give you what you want, just don't hurt me," end quote. He opened the restaurant safe and handed over $6,000. The suspect then took off in the white truck. It's upsetting, residents say, but to some, still not shocking.
It has gotten worse, I guess, as the neighborhood has changed. More people are moving out this way. It definitely has gotten.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah, she said some people are moving in.
Did you hear what she said? This is Cordova. Okay, this is not Memphis. This is Cordova. So this is a suburb. Let's get it. She just said, and I know she didn't mean to say this. I guarantee you she did not mean to say this, but she's just talking and she's being honest, unwittingly honest.
It has gotten worse, I guess, as the neighborhood has changed. More people are moving out this way. It definitely has gotten, a little worse.
Thankfully,
Damn, sister is dropping fast, man. Damn, salute, sister.
Dr. Umar will call her a coon.
Yes, definitely, man. She is a fucking coon, man. God damn. And that's how most areas go. That's how everywhere is. That's how my town is. That's just how it is, man. The more that's just it just is what it is. So this place is 61.5% glider, 29.2% sun, and then a mix of all the rest. Not a lot of hombritos out there. But yeah. So yeah, this place is getting very, very sunny, man. Very, very sunny. And sister, how much you want to bet she moves in the next 5 years?
And so on and so on and so on, right?
Yeah, she gonna follow the gliders. Wherever the gliders are going, she gonna follow them. Cause you could tell she ain't a typical sister because she got her hair natural. You know what I'm saying? She don't look like a typical Memphian. You know what I'm saying? Like that rough look. She looked too what's the word?
Normal.
Unbothered. Yeah, unbothered. She don't have like that hardness to her face, that ruggedness, that just like spooked out, like wild ass like look that the natives have. She's a suburban chick, man.
It has gotten worse, I guess, as the neighborhood has changed. More people are moving out this way. It definitely has gotten, a little worse.
Thankfully, the manager was not hurt, but the emotional wound is still felt throughout the community.
Doesn't matter about the money. It's whether he had a fatality or not.
It's the times that we live in. It's 2023, so you have to be careful. You just have to be careful wherever you are. You can never take your safety for granted.
Now, both the restaurant and the manager declined to comment. Meanwhile, Memphis police are still investigating. They asked anyone with any information to contact Crime Stoppers at 528-CASH. For now, reporting live downtown, I'm Ashley Paul, WREG News Channel.
Hey, somebody turned it up.
A breaking news update tonight in Dyer County. The search is on for a man who authorities say held his girlfriend captive in a locked closet for 2 months. Good evening and thank you.
All righty then. Coming to a neighborhood near you. Just wait.
A breaking news update tonight in Dyer County. The search is on for a man who authorities say held his girlfriend captive in a locked closet for 2 months. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. That news coming as a total shock to most anyone who hears it. WRG's Bria Jones is back from Dyersburg with late breaking details.
Feet away from this neighborhood watch sign on Ayer Street, Dyersburg police made a shocking discovery that, to the surprise of many, went undetected for far too long. Police say this man, 30-year-old Brenton Bell, is wanted for holding his 40-year-old girlfriend captive inside a vacant house for 2 months.
It's horrible just to know that someone in your backyard has been held captive for 2 months. You know, it's scary, really.
According to police, the female victim was 2 blocks over when she escaped and made her way here to Schaefer Street Saturday afternoon. Witnesses say when police found her, she was wearing a hoodie and covered in mud. Detectives say the woman weighed under 100 pounds and had facial cuts when she broke free and alerted a man working nearby she'd been kidnapped. When officers found the victim, she was hiding underneath a home. She told police she was being kept in a locked closet and only allowed out 1 hour a day with access to very little food and no bathroom. Officers found human waste in the home. She also told investigators her relationship with Bell became abusive.
Oh God, it hurts. Like it's horrible. Like I feel bad for her. Like it's excruciating for me being a woman.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what are the odds that the victim was a glider queen?
I'm telling you, man, I'm starting to think it may have been one.
Like it's horrible. Like I feel bad for her. Like it's excruciating for me being a woman. So I mean, I can only imagine what she went through or what she's going through.
Tara Nicholson says she knows Bell and can't believe what he's accused of.
What's most shocking for you? I guess knowing him and knowing that it would be, he would do something like that. It's scary. It makes you wonder a lot about people.
Her mother lives a few houses from where police say the victim was kept. She's now connecting the dots on recent suspicious behavior.
I've seen people come from there, but I thought they lived there.
In Dyersburg, Bria Jones, WREG News, Channel 3.
Now, that mugshot is from a previous arrest. Tonight, police say Bell is now wanted for aggravated kidnapping. He's described as 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighing about 150 pounds.
Little teeny little guy, man.
A Memphis man emotionally.
Man.
Hey Nicholas, do you live in Blackistan or Gladys?
Gladys.
In Memphis?
Well, the city, but in Mississippi, the South Haven, it's in Mississippi, but it's right below Memphis, and it's just we're one street away from Memphis.
Oh, gotcha. So you're not in Memphis.
I mean, I work in Memphis, but I don't live in it.
But you said it's a glider neighborhood.
It's a glider.
So it's pretty,
neighborhood.
it's pretty safe.
It's safe. But,
so how is it moving around in Memphis for you?
Traffic's crazy. People weave in and out of traffic.
But I can't imagine you see too much. Do you feel safe over there, or?
I feel safe in the city I live in, but when I go to Memphis, I'm always watching people around me, even the company I work at. Just we got some men, some women, and majority some men, some women. They work. They're hard working. They do the best job they can, but it's the 1% that they're the thorn in everybody's side. They just want to make everything difficult. And, they try to embarrass people by just sitting with leadership in the office while everybody else is working on the loading docks. But we got lazy gliders too.
There's no umbrellas where you're at, where you work at.
Not when I first started there was, but 15 years later, I don't see umbritos anymore. There's a few by not in the area I work in.
Right. When I went to Nashville, I didn't really see any umbritos other than in the kitchen at the bars I was going to. But
or if we go to a restaurant, we see them in the restaurants or
in the kitchen, right?
Either the kitchen or they're re-roofing houses, and from all the stories I've heard, they can re-roof a house in 2 days.
So where you're at, the umbritos are also building the houses, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and cities outside of Memphis, they are exploding. You can't. Nobody's selling houses right now. I mean, you can't. It's hard to find a place to rent. Everything's rented up. So, I've got my place. So, if you want to sell something in South Haven, you can get it sold fast.
And that's in Memphis, South Haven, right?
In South Haven, a lot of businesses are coming to the South, and because lower taxes and less restrictions on businesses. All this, we have a little more infrastructure, so that's where we get our
So,
job.
so did you say earlier that you just started listening to Ag?
I just say that again.
Did you say that you started listening to Ag Nation 2-3 months ago?
Yeah, but I guess maybe like 4 or 5 months in October, November.
And how did you come across it?
YouTube. Well, I started off with Larry Elder, then Larry Elder showed me, did video with Colin Flaherty, then just the videos, watching his, and then Ock Nation showed up, and I just kept
Oh,
watching and got hooked. And
Gotcha. So from watching Larry Elder, it recommended you Ag Nation.
yeah,
Interesting.
and the 2020 was the year the planet turned upside down, and in the company I work at, they hired all these sun men, sun women from Memphis. Oh my God! And we use forklifts, and the forklifts, they can go up to 15 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour, and the sun men, they flying. They were
We're gonna have to get back to that for us.
And they push it to the limit.
Slam the freight. Oh, people, some workers have gotten the freight slammed into them, and the sun man kept going. Nobody ever caught him.
All right, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.
Let me get back to your town, man. Your town.
Getting you started with breaking news tonight as the search continues for 3 teenagers who escaped from the Wilder Youth Facility in Fayette County. Now, video from a security camera shows the 3 just kind of wandering around town after their escape. Good evening. I'm Greg Hurst.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Skurlock. The teens appear to have walked away from the center Saturday night. WRD investigator April Thompson joins us now. And April, many in the community are worried since they apparently knew about this escape before officials at Wilder even did. How is that?
That's true. At least one neighbor says she called Wilder to ask if anyone was missing from the youth facility after another neighbor saw 3 strangers in her backyard. She says the center told her they weren't aware of anyone missing. But take a look at what the woman picked up on her video camera outside her house. Now, she shared this video with WREG. It was from around 9:30 Saturday night and shows what she believes are 3 teenagers near the cars outside her home.
Those look like gliders, man. This or either on burritos. Hold on. I don't know. It'll be light skin. I don't know.
Teenagers near the cars outside her home. This is right down the street from Wilder.
That's the Sun
She
team.
suspects they are teens from the facility. Wilder did a check and later confirmed 3 teens were indeed missing. The Fayette County Sheriff's Department says this is one in a long list of problems at Wilder. They say there have been around 15 escapes since 2019 and also riots at the youth facility. There was even a Senate hearing last year on the problems and possible solutions. Right now, the U.S. Marshals Task Force is in on the search for the missing teens, tracking down their families and friends, since the teens are from Middle and East Tennessee. The Department of Children's Services says they are working with law enforcement until the escapees are apprehended. Now, the sheriff's...
So those teens ain't from Memphis. Those teens are not from Memphis. Damn. So it's like 10 more shootings that I could go to the last day in Memphis. We'll never get out of Memphis. Give me another city, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Salute, man. Make sure you take the $5 challenge, man. Salute.
I feel like Memphis could possibly win the whole thing this year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, without a doubt. Like, that is literally, they're the favorites, man. Them in like New Orleans. Of course, Baltimore's always a contender.
A strong contender.
Yeah.
But man, you can't forget about St. Louis, man. I feel like St. Louis doesn't get the credit it deserves.
Yeah, no, man.
Detroit.
What they say? Somewhere in Mississippi.
Jackson.
Oh Lord, Jackson.
Jafrica.
It's been a while since we've been to Jafrica. I mean, a couple of weeks. I don't know. Has it been? I don't know. It's been a couple of weeks. Maybe like a week and a half. Maybe not. It hasn't been too long.
I think the last time it was when they were complaining the Gliders were trying to take control or some shit, right? The mayor was saying that the state was trying to take
the new
some shit.
They want help from the state.
No, they don't want help. They mad. They mad about it.
Right.
They mad that they taking over. Yeah, the state
Yeah,
just
the new
said,
Jim
fuck
Crow.
y'all. Yeah, we taking it over. So let's see. Okay, got Crump down here.
Thank you for your patience. Obviously, traveling delays today. I'm Attorney Ben Crump, along with Attorney Carlos Moore, a great lawyer who hails here from the state of Mississippi, and with Attorney Chris O'Neill. We have the honor of fighting for justice for the family of Rasheen Carter. We have present here with us a lot of family members, a lot of supporters from her hometown who came all the way to Jackson, Mississippi, to the state capitol because they believe they're trying to sweep the killing of her child, her baby, under the rug. And so we have the president of the Mississippi NWSP chapter of Jefferson County present here with us, President Ricky McDonald'd, who's also going to address you. But first, we're going to talk about what we have discovered thus far. Then Attorney Carlos Moore is going to talk to you about things that he feels is very important here in Mississippi for us to not let them get away with. And then you're going to hear from his mother, Tiffany Carter, whose heart is broken, but yet she's still fighting to make sure that we catch these murderers. One thing is for certain, as Attorney O'Neill and I talked with my investigator, Arthur Reed, this was not a natural killing. This was not a natural death. This represents a young man who was killed. His head was severed from his body. His vertebrae, his spinal cord, was in another spot they discovered away from his severed head. They have recently found remains that they believe are also Rasheen Carter at another part of where he went missing. And what that tells us is that this was a nefarious act. This was an evil act. Somebody murdered Rasheen Carter. And we cannot let them get away with this. I mean, when you look at these pictures taken at the autopsy, it tells you that there's nothing natural about this. It screams out for justice. And his mother, Tiffany Carter, had the courage.
So are they saying the police did this shit? I'm confused, man. Because he only comes around when it's the police. Let me see what the mom got to say.
This was on October the 1st. My son texted me. This was after him and I had gotten off the phone. He said, me and the owner of this company not seeing eye to eye, mama. His name, which I can't say at this time, but if anything happened to
He white. Okay, so I was waiting for the white person. So the owner of that whatever company must be a white guy. Because if it was a black guy, Crump wouldn't be down here. So he got killed by some white businessman.
me, he's responsible for it, which I can't say at this time, but if anything happened to me, he's responsible for it. I'm too smart, mama. He got these guys wanting to kill me. And that's what he sent to me.
And then he went missing. And then his remains were found with his head dismembered from his body, his spinal cord separated from his head, and his other body parts are still missing. Tiffany deserves answers. This community deserves answers.
Okay, Rasheed Moore. All right. Some white guy killed him. Or is responsible. Let's see what else is going on in this town, man.
Jackson police are investigating a drive-by shooting at a gas station. Police say around 1 this morning, 2 men in a black Charger fired shots at the Texaco on Medgar Evers Boulevard. 2 men and a woman were shot. Police say
Damn, Medgar Evers Boulevard, man. God, dog.
2 men and a woman were shot. Police say they don't yet know whether the victims knew each other or the shooters. Jackson police are also investigating a nightclub shootout. It happened here at Vibe on Ridgewood Road.
And Crump's in town, but he ain't got nothing to say about none of this shit.
Early this morning, police say someone shot a security guard outside the club. That security guard then returned fire, hitting 2 people in a vehicle. They were taken to UMMC as well as the security guard. Investigators say they're questioning suspects to find out more about what led up to this.
Here at home, the Department of Public Safety needs your help finding a suspected burglar. Take a look at this. Officials believe the suspect in these surveillance photos goes by the name of Polo. Investigators believe he allegedly burglarized Native Coffee and the grocery depot on Fortification Street. They say he's around 6 feet tall with a mohawk and a tattoo near his right eye. The suspect is believed to be driving this white BMW X Series with a black front bumper. If you have any information about this, you are urged to call Capitol Police at the number right there on your screen.
Still can't run the city. They still having trouble running the city, but we know that, man. We know that. Okay.
A youth-aimed Sunday afternoon event with the hope to teach children about the dangers of getting involved in violent crime after multiple young residents have been arrested for criminal actions in Jackson.
We're going to fight against the killings that's taking place in this city.
The council member organized the Bouncy House Food and Entertainment, hoping this helps with early intervention on Jackson's young residents.
We got to start now at the age of 8 years old. We can't wait to get 14, 15 because
14, 15, they already locked up.
Attorney in Hinds County Prosecutor Yemi King says he's seen kids as young as 13 in the courtroom recently after being arrested.
Sometimes kids don't have positive role models, or they don't come face to face with certain people in certain positions, and it's good for us to get out here and let these kids see our faces, talk to us, and just kind of get to know us.
Having positive role models is what motivated residents to come out and interact with the kids.
We got to put these guns down because.
So this guy's an attorney. There's another attorney in town. I wonder why he don't come down here. He's doing some get it, girl. Y'all terrible. Y'all terrible, man. Wow.
And just kind of get to know us.
Having positive role models is what motivated residents to come out and interact with the kids.
We got to put these guns down because that's not the problem. You don't want to be the problem. You want to be the solution.
One resident says he had his own near-death experience recently at the Texaco gas station on Medgar Evers Boulevard.
As soon as I walked into the service station, the door shut behind me, me and another gentleman, both of our vehicles were shot up bad.
A Jackson Public School teacher who...
Damn, gas stations ain't no joke in fucking Jackson, man. Shit. Some man ain't no joke, man.
Into the service station, the door shut behind me, me and another gentleman, both of our vehicles were shot up bad.
A Jackson Public School teacher who taught multiple young victims killed by gun violence, including 6-year-old Kingston Frazier and 11-year-old Asia Turner, says it's the community's responsibilities to help guide.
We have to teach our students conflict resolution and to pick their battles. And everything is not about a fight or a gunfight. We have to work collectively as a community to make sure that our communities are safe, our schools are safe, and our children are safe.
And youth outreach programs continue popping up to help reach all kids in Jackson.
More programs like this keep the kids, you know what I'm saying, out of trouble, keep them out the street, keep them in space jumps, keep them eating food and having fun.
Reporting in Jackson, Grayson Gordon, 16 WEPT News.
God, Jesus Christ.
Help Jackson, man.
Hopeless, man.
Over there, yeah, for sure. Shit.
Jesus Christ. I mean, these people are insane, man. Let's see, Richmond, Virginia, man.
The deadly shooting happened just before 10 Friday night inside a home on Stockton Street, a few blocks from Richmond Highway. The victim was a 13-year-old boy who went to Binford Middle School. In an email to school board members obtained by CBS 6, Superintendent Jason Camera says he and other students were filming a video and using guns as props when one went off and killed him. A neighbor who didn't want to go on camera and asked their voice be changed says they didn't know something had happened until police came to their door.
It's just a terrible shame, and that something like that would happen.
Authorities haven't said how the children got the weapon, but in statements offering condolences, both Mayor LeVar Stoney and Cameras urged gun owners to properly secure their firearms.
Yeah, properly securing your firearms is what's going to fucking stop some teens from shooting themselves while they're making TikTok videos threatening other son teens with guns. Let's see.
No comment.
Well, part of the River City was a sea of green today for the annual Shamrock the Block Festival. The event returned for its 17th year, but in a new location, the Boozy, St. Patrick.
Look at all these gliders together, man. Nothing's going to happen. Nobody's going to get shot. It may not even be any fights.
One at most. At most.
Yeah. These are Irish. Yeah, these are Irish, so maybe a couple fights here. But no one's going to get shot.
They're all going to have a good time.
Just gonna have a great
They'll
time.
hug it out.
St. Patrick's Day themed festival officially kicked off Richmond's outdoor festival season. Let's go. The event stretched from West Lee Street to DMV Drive. Shamrock the Block was originally held in Shaka Bottom before it moved to the Boulevard in 2014. Event organizers say the change of location was to make sure there was enough room for everyone to have a good time and plenty of that stuff you saw a second ago.
It's live music. It's definitely good for.
Uh-oh. Well, at least she got her brood, but she ain't got. At least don't. She just brought the girls. I don't know, man.
It's live music. It's definitely good food and drinks, and it's a good crowd. It's a lot of police walking around, so we feel safe and we feel like
It's a good crowd. I mean, there's a lot of white people, and there's a lot of police. Yeah, it is a lot of police. These sisters be the shit these sisters be saying, man, is just hysterical, man. God, and then the shit they sell gliders when they're on, like, you know what I'm saying, that bullshit racism and shit they
Feed
sell
them
gliders.
opium, man.
Yeah, these sisters love being around white people. They know it's safe. She got her fucking legacy with her. She don't want to be around no fucking Sun people.
it's live music. It's definitely good food and drinks, and it's a good crowd. It's a lot of police walking around, so we feel safe and we feel like we have a good environment around us coming here. I would recommend everybody to come every year because it's something to do to unite with your community and to.
So some family fun there too, of course. Shamrock the Block wrapped up around 6 this evening, but I got a feeling some of those party goers are still at bars with us in the background right now.
Looked like fun, man.
Yeah, I'm glad. I saw a lot of sons in that crowd. It's just, just be careful.
It's gonna be so cool. We're gonna be able to do this. Can we see y'all some later? Yeah. My name is Courtney. My name is Cherish. And this is Chance and May. We live in the same neighborhood. These are my kids. And things are going great here. It's packed. It's fun. It's, getting out the house and being around our community is a great change in what we've been going through. Have y'all been here before? We go every year usually. We haven't been the last couple years, though, because of pandemic stuff.
Damn, it's a lot of sons up in that piece, man. But it's a lot of gliders. It's like, I see what she's saying. Like, it's enough glider to sun ratio to where it's less likely for something to happen. And it's teaming with police, as she said. So
it's cold. Huh? What did you tell them to do? Huh? What did we do? Oh, we was just walking around and we walked all the way over there, all the way up here, just to get some drinks. Yeah, we're checking out vendors, jewelry, trying to support Black businesses because we know it's Black Business Week, and
Had to throw it in.
Like, why she even had to say that, man? Like,
we're at an Irish festival, by the way.
These Irish people that had you over here, and they obviously got Black vendors. They're letting Black vendors. Why even say that? Why not just do it? You don't have to say that.
Yeah, we're checking out vendors, jewelry, trying to support Black businesses because we know it's Black Business Week, and out here just checking things out and having a good time and spending time together and hanging out with our Richmond community.
God damn, it's a lot of sons. But these ain't ghetto sons. These sons look like they decent sons. But
they've been gentrified.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. We love it. Yeah, we love it. Not a fan of big crowds, but we'll put up with it for this. Oh, yeah. We just had teriyaki chicken, strawberry lemonade, and some corn dogs. So it's fantastic. It's different from last year because of the new location. Usually it's by the Arthur Ashe Center, but I kind of like this way because it's up and down versus a big circle. So we enjoy this way so we can't lose each other. We haven't been able to lose each other yet, so that's a great thing. Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. Come here, have fun, get some drinks, have some fun, music, food. I would recommend it. Next year, definitely, I think you should come before because of the music. It's live music. It's definitely good food and drinks, and it's a good crowd. It's a lot of police walking around, so we feel safe and we feel like we have a good environment around us coming here. I would recommend everybody to come every year because it's something to do to unite with your community and to come out and support businesses that's selling things and food and drinks and vendors. So I would recommend it at all times. Yeah, absolutely.
You seem like a nice lady, man. I ain't gonna drag her, man. She seemed like a nice woman, man.
In Chesterfield, police releasing these surveillance images asking for help. Investigators say this man approached a cash register at
That's a saying, son, man.
Approached a cash register at a store, demanded money, and then ran off when the employee gave it to him. This happened at the Richmond Food Mart that's on Route 1 just south of Chippenham Parkway. Contact Chesterfield Police if you have info and can aid in the investigation. And remember, you can follow all of the developing stories in our area and find updates on the free WTVR CBS 6 News app.
All right, give me another city, man.
Or New York City.
You got a lot of noise in the background.
Why don't you do Chi-Town, man? Come on.
Do what?
Why don't you do Chi-Town? Come on.
All right, let me. The reason I don't be like doing Chicago, because it's like Chicago is just like so easy, man. You know what's happening up there, like you know what I'm saying. Like, I mean, let me do Honolulu, man. Somebody said Honolulu, man. I do Chicago next, man. We'll do Chicago next. Man. Let's do Honolulu first, man.
Going down in
Back to that breaking news in Waikiki.
Our Billy D is live this morning with the latest on that overnight murder. Billy?
Stephen Grace, we're here on Kuhio Avenue, just outside Royal Kuhio condos. We're talking to some of the residents as they're exiting. They're used to seeing police lights, but not used to having a crime scene and a murder just outside of their building. This happened just in the early morning hours between 3 and 3:15 a.m. According to police, approximately 5 males were beating a man in his early 20s here, and then he got up and got away and ran off to just around this building to the backside. HPD says that he was attacked with a blunt type of weapon, and she further described what investigators are looking at.
So we found there's actually two scenes. The initial affray, which happened right here at 2240 Kuhio, and then later where he was found behind the building in an alleyway.
Okay, don't look like they're gonna tell us who did that shit. Let's see. Honolulu. Let me see. Okay.
Aloha, everybody. Thank you for being with us tonight.
We begin with breaking news on the Big Island. Charges have been filed against the man who was the subject of an intense manhunt this weekend. According to Hawaii police, 44-year-old Ronald Kahihikola is charged with a slew of offenses. That includes attempted murder, abuse of a family member, car theft, and firearms offenses. Bail is set at $263,000. Kahihikola was captured just before 11 this morning in the Hamakua area. That was after a 5-day manhunt. Police say he had been wanted in connection to a shooting earlier this week. The investigation continues into the events that led to his capture, including an officer-involved shooting that killed another man.
Kuhihoha. He a native Hawaiian. Kuhihoha.
The man accused of shooting 3 people in Eva Beach Tuesday night made his first court appearance this morning. Maynard Milan is charged with multiple counts of attempted murder and firearms offenses. One of the victims we spoke to say they were on the back porch when Milan, who's his neighbor, broke open the gate and opened fire. 3 people were shot. Milan remains in custody on $1 million bail.
Okay. Okay, man.
Triple shooting that took place Tuesday night at an Eva Beach apartment complex.
2 young children were among some dozen people who were gathered there where a man burst onto the lanai and started firing. And tonight we're learning a 48-year-old victim who was taken to the hospital.
Okay, that's that one. All right. Yeah, not much going on in Honolulu, man. Not much going on in Honolulu. Not much going on, man. Chicago.
Chicago police just released photos of a man wanted for a violent robbery on a Green Line train. Take a look. These images show the man kicking another passenger in the head before taking his phone. This happened in the 500 block of Westlake on February 22nd.
Some man doing karate now, man. What the hell? Y'all in trouble now. We learning how to use karate, man. Oh my God. Memphrica got whacked out.
In Judy, prosecutors say the victim and suspect were actually in a relationship for about 5 months before recently breaking up, and it was in her final moments when police say she gave the name of her attacker. Chicago police releasing new details on the stabbing that left a woman killed and her ex-boyfriend now facing charges. The victim's family identifying her as 26-year-old Samantha Maldonado.
Although this offender is in custody, there is still a family at the center of this who is grieving the loss of a young woman who had her whole life ahead of her.
31-year-old Alejandro.
Yeah, that dude got a thick list, man. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel.
Maldonado appeared in court this afternoon. The prosecutors say early Saturday morning he met up with Maldonado at a bar near Wabash and Adams. The woman eventually left the bar alone, heading toward a nearby CTA platform where prosecutors say Arellano followed her.
As the defendant was going up the stairs of the CTA station, he pulled out a folding knife from his pocket and extended the blade. He then put the knife back into his pocket.
Prosecutors say once Maldonado got on the platform, she tried to hide behind a CTA equipment box, but Arellano wasn't far behind. She then tried to board an arriving train, but prosecutors say he stopped her, pushing her away. The train then left them both. Surveillance video shows the victim trying to walk away, and that's when prosecutors say Arellano attacked her, stabbing her multiple times.
Damn. He wasn't trying to let that little thing get away from him. He didn't want to see nobody else hitting that.
She was able to pull away from the defendant and stumble down the CTA steps. The defendant stayed on the platform, boarded a train, and went home.
She collapsed in the street as witnesses gathered around her to help. It was in her final moments that prosecutors say she named her attacker before being taken to the hospital where she died. About 14 hours later, Ariano was arrested outside of his home while prosecutors say he was wearing the same clothes he wore during the attack and still had the weapon that was used in his pocket. And right now, the suspect is being held on no bond.
Jesus Christ.
What a fucking simp. I hate dudes like that, bro.
Yeah, man.
Or just that dude shit around that. It doesn't even have to be deadly. I don't know. I could never understand shit like that. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, it's rough, man. I mean, look, man.
It's just sad as shit.
Yeah, man. It's just rough, man. It's just tough letting go sometimes, man. Then when she doesn't want you anymore, and she just trying to, and the more you try to, the more you try to hold on, the more she dogs you out. It's tough, man.
I'll tell you this: when he's in that county jail, bro, they'll treat his ass if they find out what he did.
Oh, really?
Hell yeah.
Wow. Chicago. This channel right here got too many stories.
That firefighter one is pretty sad though. That shit was all over the news.
What happened?
When it came out. No, you just passed it. But it was firefighter, I believe he was like responding to a call, and the call was to his house. His son died.
Oh shit.
Son died, yeah.
Oh,
you could find
yeah.
it. Go you had just passed it up. Just scroll down a little bit.
God. That's
it's kind of rough.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I mean, shit. Well, they're having something in Chicago, man.
Oh yeah, they moved Taste of Chicago to September.
Chicago's back on the table.
Yes, it is. The city making that announcement today. The iconic festival will be going ahead, just not when you might expect it. WGN's Rona Tumblesy is joining us now from Grant Park with more. Rona.
Good evening, guys. Yeah, Grant Park will remain the home of the Taste of Chicago, but instead of all of those food stalls being set up in June or July, as per usual, it will now happen in September. That was the announcement today from the Department of Cultural Affairs and Special Events. The main event will now happen between September 8th and 10th, but there will also be an additional Taste of Chicago pop-up events in 3 neighborhoods. The first of those will be in Humboldt Park on June 24th, Pullman Park on July 15th, and Marquette Park on August 5th. Now, there was concern last week that the event wouldn't happen at all, with Grant Park booked solid from the 18th of May through the 13th of August for the Sueños Music Festival, Lollapalooza, and NASCAR's Street Race Weekend. Latter occupying the park for 6 weeks for setup, the race itself, and the teardown. Again, the main event will now be in September. There will be dozens of vendors, including Connie's Pizza. We chatted with the general manager there, Mike Acton, today, who says,
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad they're holding it in September because I don't know why people think it gets so cold over here so quick. We're not like Minnesota or Detroit or something like that. Like we have like 70-degree weather here, like damn near full on, almost till like end of October. Like it's great weather over here.
Wow.
For a while.
Amazing.
So I'm pretty happy they're doing it in September. To be honest with you.
I did not know that you had good weather. That's good.
Yeah. The latest polls show a tight runoff race between Chicago mayoral candidates Brandon Johnson and Paul Vallis.
And WGN political reporter Taman Bradley in our newsroom now as the campaigns reach out to the voters. Taman.
Ray and Lourdes, they're everywhere. The candidates for mayor are hitting up St. Patrick's Day celebrations, forums, and debates. They're zeroing in on education, taxes, and spending. but crime is the campaign's top focus.
Mm.
In the runoff election for Chicago mayor, public safety is front and center.
When I become mayor,
Go with the glider, man. I mean, listen, they both woke. They both probably woke. But the Sun Man is just, he got the wokeness, he got the pressure of the community. Like, this glider, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Who do you like in this? You're from Chicago. Who do you like?
I mean, either way, like they're kind of gonna end up, I feel like, doing the same thing. But I'm gonna be honest with you. At least the other one seems like it's gonna keep me more safe.
Yeah, that's all it comes down to. It's not a racial thing. It's just about who you think will keep you more safe.
The runoff election for
I think,
Chicago mayor, public
I
safety
think Johnson
front and center.
when I become
gonna
mayor,
put in more taxes.
public safety will be guaranteed in every community.
For too long, we've allowed for an oversimplistic approach to public safety.
This morning, Brandon Johnson standing.
He talking about giving them free stuff and programs and shit.
With 36 people elected to Chicago's new police district council, elaborated on his plan to reduce crime. Johnson wants to train and promote 200 detectives from within CPD's existing ranks. He's also stressing the need to bring CPD into greater compliance with court-mandated reforms. The candidate is pushing for EMTs and social workers to respond to more police calls, and he wants more youth and
Okay. You know, the consent decree, that means, that's the police in trouble, man. The police in trouble, man. So they gotta conform to all this bullshit that people that know nothing about policing want them to do. In this one, EMTs and social workers responding to police calls. Okay, whatever. And youth employment.
Ugh.
This is all bullshit. None of this shit gonna work.
That last one though.
Yeah. This shit is crazy.
employment.
In order for us to have a safer Chicago, we're going to double the amount of young people that we hire in the city of Chicago.
Oh, please
because
don't.
There's a direct correlation between youth employment and violence reduction.
Paul Vallis, backed by Chicago's rank-and-file police union, is calling for proactive policing to crack down on crime. His plan to get there includes replenishing the department's ranks, creating a city-operated protection plan for victims and witnesses, staffing CTA with a police unit, and building a forensic crime lab to analyze crime evidence.
And what does public safety look like? Public safety looks like having police officers on every beat who you know by name and by badge number and who know you.
As the campaign spread their message, time is running out. Early voting begins next Monday. And a sign the April 4th runoff may be tightening, Vallis went negative over the weekend, launching this TV commercial.
Chicago can't afford Brandon Johnson's risky proposals to raise taxes and defund the police.
Endorsements for Johnson and Vallis keep pouring in, but one prominent politician is promising not to get involved. Governor Pritzker said today he talked to both men, and he looks forward to working with the winner. Live in the newsroom, Tamon Bradley, WGN News.
All right, Tamon, thank you.
Before you hop off Chicago, check out that story I was telling you, the firefighter one.
Oh, the Taste of
If
Chicago's
that's
back.
the last one you're gonna do here.
Where was it?
Triple shoot.
What channel was it on?
I think it was WGN. You were just on it.
6. When did it happen? Today or yesterday?
No, that was like last week. I think I heard
Oh
about it.
shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to send it to me. We'll do it tomorrow, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Let me do one more city, man, before I get out of here, man. One more city before I get out of here. One more city before I get out of here, man. City. Oh, Orlando, man. Orlando always brings the funk, man. They bring the funk, man. Orlando brings the funk.
Hey, real quick. I just got an alert on my Twitter, and it says Illinois will become one of the 3 states to require employers to offer paid time off for any reason after Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a law on Monday that will take effect next year.
Mm.
So 2024.
Wow. Free time off
You know,
for any reason.
what do you guys think about that?
Yeah. Tennessee's a right to work state, though. Hopefully that won't happen for the next 50 years.
For any reason? What does that mean? Like if you just say you want time off, they gotta give it to you.
Been like, damn, my cat died.
Oh shit.
I'll reread this again. To offer, Illinois will become one of the 3 states to require employers to offer paid time off for any reason. Takes effect next year. Just signed in by our governor. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a person, I don't like taking days off of work. I just recently took one, and only one day, because I wanted to go one extra day to Wisconsin, and that's it. I don't remember the last time I took a day off.
It's hard to miss the increased police presence in New Smyrna Beach this spring break.
I definitely say they're cracking down a little bit more than last year.
Police here want to prevent this from happening again. Large groups of teens taking over Flagler Avenue, jumping on cars late into the night. And so far, it seems to be working.
That's gliders. These are gliders. Jumping on cars. They're not talking about like nobody getting shot. These are gliders. What do you think? It looks like gliders to me.
It looks like gliders.
Yeah, these are gliders. This is glider shit. Jumping on cars and shit.
Cars late into the night. And so far, it seems to be working.
I think the message got out that we were going to be out here in force.
New this year, a command post parked right at the main beach parking lot to send a message, and these cameras to keep an eye on the crowds and officers.
What do you think about the cameras now? These are new.
There's cameras out here?
New stuff.
New stuff to us.
18-year-old Will Watson Jr. and his friends have mixed feelings about the increased surveillance.
Yeah, I understand they're doing their job and stuff, but at the same time, we're just out here trying to have fun on spring break.
And for the most part, Interim Police Chief Eric Feldman says people are having fun, but they have had to make some arrests.
That's mostly for narcotics and alcohol.
And already this nearby business has had a not-so-great encounter with the teen crowds.
We had some dine and dashers, I think it was last Friday. They skipped out on the $116 tab. They were 17 years old, probably here for spring break, and they just ran.
As for the new youth curfew, it has yet to be enforced, as Feldman says. Most teens are gone before 11 o'clock.
With all the reinforcements they have now, they're not going to probably do that this year.
So another potential reason for the smaller crowd tonight, apart from those safety measures I talked about in that story, the weather. I mean, it is about 65 degrees out here. If you're in a swimsuit, it's not the best place to be, which makes sense why we're seeing a lot of the teens kind of head home. But again, we'll have to wait and see how the rest of this night goes. For now, we're live in New Smyrna Beach. I'm Patrick Perez, Fox 35 News.
All right.
Those was gliders. There was no talk about anything about anybody getting fucked up. Nothing. Just
no one's dead. No one's dead.
Yeah, just jumping on cars.
No gunshots.
Yeah, just jumping on cars and being dickheads. Now that's some dickhead shit, but we can deal with that. we can deal with you jumping on top of cars and being assholes. We don't like it, but we can deal with it.
Could be worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Pauline Abadoya works at Crunchy's Korean Hot Dog at Waterford Lakes Town Center. She was working Saturday evening when Orange County deputies say 3 teens were shot just north of the movie theater. Deputies say the group was hanging out behind the building when they were shot at from a vehicle.
I was like right by it. Like that could have been me, like in their shooting, like happening. I was like, they could have like drove by here and shot like some of the stores up here.
Whitney Barnes says she and her husband were outside at a restaurant when it happened. They went inside and she says managers then locked the doors. Her husband started to make a plan.
He's like, if the shooter comes this way, I need you to go towards the kitchen and out the back door. And I was just like, wow, is this really happening here in Waterford Lakes? And it's scary. And I get chills even thinking about it now.
Deputies say that.
Yeah, you asked for this. You demanded this. Fucking 17s coming to Waterford Lakes.
And I get chills even thinking about it now.
Deputies say the victims were a 14-year-old girl, 15-year-old boy, and a 19-year-old man. They are all expected to be okay. Detectives say the teens got into an argument.
That's so much context clues. A 14-year-old getting shot in public with a 15-year-old to 19, they all survived. That's so much context, man.
With some other people right before the shooting happened.
It's concerning.
They were arguing.
An argument with some other people.
There was an argument too. Oh my God, this is just so many context clues.
Detectives say the teens got into an argument with some other people right before the shooting happened.
It's concerning. This is an area that I've been frequenting for a very long time. It's very family friendly. And obviously the last thing in the world you would expect is to find out something like that happen here.
Well, they done marked their territory. That's like pissing on a hydrant. But that shooting right there,
it'll happen again.
Yeah, they're here now. That's the craziest thing about it. Whenever they have a shooting like that, it's almost like they're marking their territory. It's going to happen again there. They feel comfortable there now. It's like they've kind of like they're kind of like, look, man.
As long as you let it happen, then it can happen again. Simple as that.
Yeah, it becomes a place where that type of behavior is acceptable. If they feel like there's a place that'll tolerate that shit, they'll go there. And this guy, sorry for him, but it's a new day, man.
Happens.
It's concerning. This is an area that I've been frequenting for a very long time. It's very family friendly. And obviously the last thing in the world you would expect is to find out something like that happen here.
The shooting is bringing up safety concerns for some shoppers and employees. Pauline Abadoya says her boss told her and other employees,
go in the back, lock the door if possible. Just he wants us to make sure that we're all safe and like we don't get injured. So like to just hide or something.
Well, deputies have not made any arrests so far. They say one of the victims is not cooperating, so they do not have a lot of information about a suspect or any vehicles.
Victim not cooperating.
For Volusia Community Arts, the mission is to give people in Western Volusia County an escape through music and art.
It is the universal language that speaks to everybody.
Dr. Brandon Lose, the conductor of the symphony, says that mission was threatened when someone stole the trailer with nearly all of their percussion instruments.
Glance over and there was no trailer. So I called my executive director and my board president, tried to figure out if we had moved it to be cleaned or something. We hadn't.
The total value of everything taken, almost $40,000. Tracy Flumer plays the flute and the piccolo for the symphony.
To just all of a sudden be told that everything that we owned was missing was heart-wrenching.
She says the trailer was unmarked, so she believes it was stolen without the knowledge of what was inside.
Had a set of 4 timpanis, a drum set, 60 musical stands, speakers, xylophone, bells, cymbals. There was so much stuff that was on there.
Now, they've been able to replace some of the instruments from the money they've gotten back through insurance claims. However, it will be a while before they can make things whole.
We'll have to take our time to slowly replace everything that was stolen.
Community donations allowed them to purchase a brand new trailer, and Lowe says he's overwhelmed by the support they've received from the people they serve.
It means more than I think they know. It tells me that we're doing the right thing. It tells me that we're making an impact, that people see what we're doing and believe in it.
Now, the group is still accepting donations, and to find out more about how you can contribute, you can log on to fox35orlando.com. The group's next ticketed event is scheduled for May 6th.
Damn, stole their fucking instruments. God damn. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, man. And on that note, man, I'm out of here, man. Peace out.
Peace.